Oh, I should put it on.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Misty Mountain Streaming. I'm the D&D wannabe. My name is Rob, and welcome to Rob running D&D on Wednesdays, which well, I guess depending on the Rob, that happens all the time. But this Rob running D on Wednesdays, that's different. I almost said welcome back to Misty Mountain Mondays, and it is not at all Monday. Anyway, we are here with several friends, old friends, new faces for me as players, all but two, and we are going to have a great time. So, before we meet them, real quick, just want to give a quick thank you to Catnaps and Query. I'm going to query. Let's go query, because I know how to pronounce that word. Oh no! Okay, there we go. Stream broke for a second. For following us since the last stream. Thank you guys. Welcome to the party. I hope you're here and enjoy the chaos that is about to happen. So, let's go ahead and start by meeting some of these people. And because I never get to pick on her on camera, let's start with Sophie.
I knew it was me. I knew it.
Of course it was.
Hello, I am Oh My Sophie. I'm super excited to be here. I haven't played D&D since February 2020, so I'm pumped to be back in it. For those who don't know me, I see a lot of my pals in chat. Hello, friends. I am also a professional costume designer and marketer, so follow me if you need any help making the things or branding the things.
And as we can see on the screen, you're going to be playing some mysterious lass named Rowan Woodsong.
She is a real sassy wood elf.
Have you played her before?
Never. She is brand new. Just for this. So I had a lot of fun putting her together.
I love original characters in my games. Excellent. Let's just continue along the top then and make our way to the player about to be known as Shamus Thundergrip.
Hey guys, I'm Banjo, full-time Misty Mountain employee, part-time streamer. I play D&D off and on throughout the years, and I am excited to be out here tonight playing with everybody. Like Rob said, I am playing Shamus Thundergrip, a proud dwarven cleric, and I am excited to get into this.
Last time you were on the stream, you were a Lichman, a Steve Lichman.
Yeah, I was Fred the Lich. That was the Monster Mash campaign. That was a lot of fun, too.
Yeah, and, you know, hopefully you didn't bring along any pets for me to murder and turn into cod pieces and pouches and things this time.
No, not this time.
Okay.
No.
Good. Love a good dwarf cleric,
to be Larry. I was waiting for Larry the Lich.
And a familiar face to anyone who has been watching D&D on this channel for a while, Erik Braa. Welcome back,
What's
man.
up, everybody? Hey, thank you, Rob, and thank you to Misty Mountain Gaming and Misty Mountain Streaming. I'm Erik Braa. I am an actor and voice talent, and we just finished my guest run on the Misty Mountain Mondays, and we had some Monday mayhem. It was very fun. I was coming in as the Blood Lord Rowan, and then I was supposed to be the bad guy, but ended up helping the crew in the whole thing. So
yeah, you got a happy ending, you cheat.
It was a very happy ending. I got to look to the sky and float off into whatever. It was great, and I had a blast, and I love the people here. So the minute this discussion came up about doing this one shot, I was like, oh yes, have to do that. And then of course I was like, oh, I should probably get my friend here to come over.
And speaking of the friend, Erik Braa's co-host on the Happy Hour, which streamed over on Tuesday nights over on Erik's channel, Bliss. Hello, welcome to D&D and this channel.
Yes, exactly. Welcome to D&D indeed. I've watched for a very long time, but this is definitely going to be the first foray, so I apologize in advance to all of you, the viewing public, as well as the people playing. Hopefully, I won't have the glazed look come too many times across my eyes as what's happening. Yeah, so I'm very excited. But yes, I do co-host with the fella next to me here, and I'm also an actor and a voiceover gal and graphic designer, and some other hats that I like to try on every once in a while. Yeah,
Excellent. Well,
I'm excited to be here.
very glad you're here. Look, Jane and Tyler and Suki aren't here tonight, so I've already seen it all. Nothing you do will break me like those three can. So we're gonna be all right. Anybody in the chat, by the way, if you have hung out with or spoken with Death by Snoo Snoo on one of our other D&D streams, this her.
It's me.
This Death by Snoo Snoo.
It's me.
She from the chat.
A death of my snoo.
Real quick, a few stream announcements just to kind of keep things going. I'm going to say it here, it's going to get posted on socials in a day or two. Irish Mac won our 1 hour clip contest on Monday. Congratulations, you caught me catching myself in a double entendre, and Jane being very disappointed in me as a human being as a consequence.
You know what? I just realized that we should throw a shirt at Irish too. So I'll do that. I'll get the info from you or whatever.
Yeah, Irish is in the community Discord. I will reach out and holla at them later on.
Oh, well, I could probably figure that out then, I guess.
You probably could. I'd be happy to do it for you, but I believe that it was within your capability. I don't want to disparage you like that.
I feel like Grandpa, like, how does this thing...
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna hit a few things in the Discord chat real quick. First of all, Banjo, over in the corner there, good old Steven, has a Twitch channel. There's a link to it. He plays spooky games and is a better streamer than me in all respects, and infinitely funnier and more entertaining, and also louder. So if you ever couldn't hear me, go over and check out his channel. Hopefully we're going... He plays rage games and things that I would never play, and also... he has guests on there all the time. It's a good show.
If you're looking for loud gaming, there's your man.
Your man.
Sheer volume. The volume of games. No, not the volume of the games. The volume of the person playing the games.
This big booming voice.
Oh my gosh.
Let's get dangerous, Dabs. What's going on, my friend? Erik and good old Bliss can be found at least on Tuesday nights, maybe occasionally more, definitely Tuesdays, drinking and hanging out and having a good time, talking about their weeks and what is going on in their lives, and interacting with you guys. There's a link to their Twitch channel in the chat if you haven't participated in that yet. Sophie, I don't know if I have a link for you. I'm about to find out, though.
.tv/ohmysophie.
I do! There it is. Oh. I did my job. It's great. Sophie is also a streamer. You are so infinitely busy that sometimes I think your streaming schedule is a little infrequent because you keep doing more and more stuff. But
yeah, so this month it's Wednesday, or now it's Wednesdays and Fridays, as of right now.
Awesome. Well, just to be safe, why don't you go over there and give a follow so you get a notification when she goes live. And thank you for the cheer, my good friend. Everybody, by the way, you can spend channel points on this channel to help out the players. And all of you are going to start with inspiration, thanks to good old Tyler.
Thank Cheesecake Panda there. I really appreciate that.
Good old gal.
Yes.
She's got a heck of a week lined up for herself, and she's taking a little time out to hang out with us, and I'm so delighted. If you guys can hear the sirens, I'm very sorry.
We have what's up, Dabs?
Okay.
I'm pretty excited.
Sirens are passing. So yes, channel points you can use to award inspiration and whatnot. We are inching ever closer towards our subscriber goal for the month. We are already over halfway there. Tyler, Cheesecake Panda Cosplay, just gave us out another one. When we hit 50, I am committing to, along with Tyler, doing a rainbow tiefling cosplay, makeup, dress up, whole deal on stream for your personal enjoyment. And
here for that.
It has been determined I will be a purple tiefling druid, which sounds like a heck of a lot of fun. And it doesn't have to stop at 50, guys. We have stretch goals for what will happen while I'm in that makeup. Which, if you haven't already heard about it, we will talk.
Wait a minute.
We will talk about it as we move forward.
Is what's happening now?
What are these compromising positions you're talking about?
Is this rated MA?
Not this stream. It will be off this. It will be off this platform. And welcome to welcome to the hype train, everybody. Thank you guys for getting us there. Welcome, Cam, son of Ander, for first time in the chat. Samwise is here.
Yay, Samwise.
Good old Samwise. All right, Dancer Hawk is here. Wolf Rider is here. One of the first ones in the chat. My brother is here. That's fine. Existential Nerd. Lots of good friends. Tibbykins, thank you for the subscription. Well, oh, that's Rifle Stud and Banjo Bravo handing out community subs. Rifle Stud. Thank you guys, man.
The hype train in full effect.
I have such mixed feelings. I love the positive reinforcement and don't want to be a tiefling with his pants pulled down.
Thank you.
Oh. Keep it going because we want you to be. So.
Hemlock Whir
I
over
just
from
wanted to
Banjo's
say-
channel.
I have to say hi again
Hey,
to
Hemlock.
Samwise.
Thank you for that.
So on my channel, when we get subs, we do caramel dancing, and I really need to see Erik caramel dance for a sub. If we could all do it, that'd be great. Yes!
Fantastic.
I want you
Please
in my
Tell me
room.
someone clip that.
We gotta all do it together.
Oh, man.
Can we do it as a team, just one?
Okay.
Oh,
Ready?
all right. Ready?
3,
All right.
2, 1.
Nope.
I don't know how to do this. All right. I feel
I don't
like
know how to do this.
since we got Death by Snoot, I feel like Zoidberg.
Oh my gosh. 10 out of 10. I
Do
love
the
that.
scuttle.
Thank you.
Oh gosh. Hey,
well,
Dead Aussie Gamer, thank you for the follow. Say Strife, thank you for the resub with Prime. Oh man, this is gonna be a fun night. I don't know if I'm gonna get to start the D&D. There's so much going on already.
Thank you for the hype, everyone. Seriously.
You guys kick ass. You are my favorite community of any Twitch channel I run. And I say that honestly. I really mean that.
With all sincerity.
Hey, Hemlock, by the way, special hi to you. Love coming over there and seeing what you guys get up to over on Banjo's channel. All right. Well, you guys feel like playing D&D or what?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So, everybody's got dice, right?
Yes.
Of course.
There we go. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I was saying yesterday, not yesterday, I was saying Monday that I would stop rolling the Tiger's Eye dice on stream. But I think I'm gonna keep rolling the Tiger's Eye dice on stream. And I also got the good old, let's see, which camera is Twitch? Yeah, that
Not
golden purple, the blade of the
Oh, yeah.
maiden.
Ooh, very nice choice.
There we go, it focused. Yeah, I love those.
It's beautiful. I haven't rolled it yet.
Ooh, pretty.
Mwah. It treats me like shit, but I love it because I'm into those kinds of relationships, apparently. So,
As he kisses it. Well, he says it treats him like shit. I love it. She treats me like shit, but I love her. Like,
I'm into it. Okay. So, let's get into it, guys.
Right.
Oh, there's still like magic sparkles playing in my ears from all the subscriptions that have been given out. It's so distracting.
We are at the goal.
What? Oh no!
Dude, hype train level 5. Way to go.
Oh
everybody.
my fuck!
Thank you so
Way
much.
to
God
go.
damn. Okay, hang on. Now I have to do the thing.
And Samwise, thank you for clipping the caramel dance. I'm so excited.
Good old Sam. You can count on Sam now.
I'm
Sam is
excited to know
awesome.
you, Sam.
Oh, yeah.
All right, hang on. I
That is
gotta
awesome.
update the thing
The-
now.
The out of context tweets from the stream were utterly hilarious.
Hey, was that Samwise?
Yeah,
Oh my
she was
God.
picking like just gifts that just absolutely like matched up with the moment. I was like, how are you doing this?
You
I
guys
have
are
been
insane,
for that.
by the way. I love this. Ty has promised to join me as a green tiefling. I don't remember if it was a rogue or what. No, I think it was a rogue. That's what she's going to be alongside me. The purple tiefling stream is going to happen now, and we're entering our first stretch goal, which is I have a buddy who is a very talented photographer. And now we gonna go out into the woods, and he gonna take some pictures of me. if we get up to 75 by the end of the month.
What kind
Ooh,
of
photo
Well,
shoot.
this will be normal ass photos. And then if we make it to 100 before the month is over, it will be normal ass photos.
Oh,
It will be
Oh my.
we will have a spicy shoot out in the woods if we make it to 100.
Ooh,
I
spicy.
think that you for that shoot though, I think that you should fly out to California
So if
and that Erik is part of the shoot. Just saying.
yes.
y'all want any of this coming at you,
You know.
all purple and bare chested, y'all let me know.
There needs to be so much of this happening.
It's just
So much of this happening.
Oh my god.
Let's
Okay.
make this happen, people.
You guys can make a calendar.
a calendar. Fuck me.
Get Rob to California for
I'm already sweating and we
photo.
haven't started playing the game. Oh my god. I haven't even kept up with the chat whatsoever. Are y'all doing okay?
It's insane. I am. Wow.
Amazing.
Oh, Dancer, I apologize. It's the 100. The photo shoot is the 75. The nature of the photo shoot is a further stretch goal. Oh, mama. Okay.
Okay. Well.
Now I got that to look forward to.
Heck
Awesome.
yes, so do we.
You guys deserve something
Hemlock horror.
for all of this.
Well, and then we
Oh
have
my
the makeup screen.
Rifle stud.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Banjo. I mean, there's Hemlock horror
I gotta-
though, like a couple times.
I gotta have you
Woo!
guys. Oh yeah, Hemlock went at it again. Shit, girl. Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing.
I really appreciate the generosity. Very humbled by the generosity. We only started streaming a little while ago, and I feel like we have come a very long way in a very short amount of time. And I love this community. Why you are incentivized? I don't know if you actually would enjoy the photo shoot. If you just like seeing me uncomfortable. Either way, you deserve something for all of this. So this is what you get. And thank you, Oh My Sophie, for the resubscribe.
If I've learned anything about Twitch, it's that people love to see you in pain or embarrassed.
That is the. I
That
think
is
that's
true.
the mission statement for Banjo Bravo.
I love it.
Yeah.
And thank you, Banjo Bravo, for giving
You're
out
welcome.
another communities. Okay. When we come back from the break, we will have a break. I will do some more shout outs. I'm gonna try and run some D&D for you guys now.
There's a game.
Yeah, there's.
Oh yeah, we're playing D&D. I
That-
forgot
that-
about
that-
that.
Right. I thought we were just gonna hang out.
We're just having this so much
Just having a
fun.
ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not coffee, by the way. It's about 50% coffee, but the
Oh.
rest is not coffee.
Am I the only one who doesn't have alcohol?
Well, you had a big white, clear jar. I assumed that was
I just
moonshine.
have a soda. I just have a soda.
Water.
Oh, okay.
Hey, and I'm gonna be up all night making armor, so I'm trying to stay hydrated.
That's probably a good call. All right.
That was like an 80s song though. Up all night making armor.
Wait, really?
I'm kidding. I don't know. It just sounded like it. Just absolutely
does.
sounded like.
There's definitely a song up all night.
To make that my song tonight, I was excited.
Guys, now's a good time to mention I'm the least talented voice actor on the screen right now, and I'm the one doing the most voices.
This is all I have.
So,
What do you mean by that?
in the kingdom of Kaldor, tonight, among all the nights of the year, among all the nights of your lives, you lucky patrons, is a special night, one that will stand out in your memories for years to come, one that you will tell your grandchildren about, because tonight is the night that you have been invited to the manor of one Luiren Jones. Luiren Jones is a halfling, but he is so much more than that. Luiren Jones is the most famous adventurer and monster hunter in the kingdom. The stories of Luiren's adventures span decades of his career and his campaigns. His house is purported to be filled with trophies from all of the creatures that he has fought, faced, and slain. When there is a problem in the kingdom, you can count on Luirin to go and solve that problem. He has been knighted. He has been awarded every honor that the Kingdom of Kaldor can bestow, and the immense manse that he lives in was a gift from Solomon Rex himself. But now Luirin is retiring. After a celebrated campaign and a particularly fierce fight against a Dracolich in the Frostfang Mountains, Luirin has come home, one of the few survivors of that encounter, and has decided to hang up old Bessie. Now, to celebrate his illustrious campaign, he is throwing himself a sending off party, and he has invited the kingdom's who's who to be in attendance. Prince Gideon Rex, next in line for the throne, it is said, will be attending, as well as other named adventurers who hope to live up to the legacy left by their retiring idol. Among these adventurers, these accomplished men of the world, men and women of the world, I should say, are the four of you. You have each done something to garner the attention of either Luirin or his fellow contemporaries, and while you have nothing compared to the list of accomplishments of Luirin himself, you are heroes in your own right. Now, the mansion that you are all already arrived at and already enjoying is a 3-story tall, immense structure that one could easily become lost in. Lush carpets, artifacts from far-off, distant lands whose names you would struggle to pronounce, but roll off the tongue of a man like Luirin. Immense chandeliers hung stories above your heads, a hedge maze decorating much of the front lawn with topiary depicting various monstrosities that Luirin has faced over his life. In this instance, you all received invitations specifying that you, in particular, set apart from all the other guests this evening, were invited specially by Luirin himself, and he informs you that there will be a surprise waiting for you when the clock strikes midnight. And so, the air abuzz with anticipation as someone has let the beans slip, and everyone is watching the clocks as it ticks ever towards the ultimate hour of the evening. We begin. Now, Bjorn the Beast. You are in an immense ballroom that is but a foyer to the rest of the castle, or manor, rather. There is an enormous table, laden, actually bending under the weight of an enormous feast, and next to it are some of the largest barrels of wine and mead that you have ever seen. You are surrounded by well-dressed socialites and others who seem, in your opinion, more properly and practically dressed. No one checked your weapons at the door. They're part of your ensemble. You belong here, and so do all of your things. Now, when Bjorn is in a social setting as this, what is he doing? Where is he?
Bjorn is making his way to that table of food and beginning to shove his face in a very, well, not fancy way.
Being
Free food! Free food! What are you waiting for?
you turn over your shoulder, and the nearest person to you is a rather rotund but jovial individual. Let's see if Bjorn is well informed at this party. Why don't you make a quick intelligence check for me?
It's a 12. Oh, -1 though, so it's an 11.
Whoever this individual is lost upon you. if they're worth knowing at all. But a human man with quite a pot belly and disheveled hair and a fur-lined coat grins to you over the fur and says, you see, that right there is the kind of attitude that I admire in a man. Colby, Kit Colby, nice to meet you, and you must be the beast. Good to finally meet you in person.
Oh, yes, good to meet you.
Whoa.
Gives him like he's got a bone in his hand and he goes to like sort of fist bump you.
Hey, ooh, careful with those things. Dangerous weapons, those. Are you partial to Manticore, then? Is that something you've enjoyed before?
Manticore.
Yeah, that's one of the entrees this evening that you're having a bite out there.
I just saw roasted meat and began to eat.
Well,
Yeah, the pleasures of being, well loved and a good warrior.
yes, I mean, this, if anybody appreciates being good with the blade, it's old Llewellyn Jones. By the way, you got to tell me, the legends about you true? I mean, there can possibly be, right? I mean, no one's that strong.
I don't know. I'm a pretty humble man,
Oh,
May
come
have
on now.
smashed a few things.
This is if there's ever a night to brag, this is it, yes? I mean, and look, just between us.
It's all true. It's
I
all
knew
true.
it, you big son of a gun. Oh, man. And, like, the entire ship, then. Just...
The whole thing.
Now that's... And swimming with it on your back.
Indeed.
I'll be damned. Well, listen, it's a real pleasure. I'm trying to, rub shoulders a little bit, if I could, and he just reaches over and takes a drumstick off of something much smaller and says, real pleasure. I hope we'll bump into one another again, but I've got to get something to wash this down with,
You bet.
He expects and meets the fist bump this time, and as he departs, you see him reach over and just politely wipe the juices off of his hand from where you were dribbling on all over your fists. So, Bjorn is stuffing his face with a will. In the same setting here, most of the party is gathered here in the ballroom, but there are some people on some of the upstairs balconies trying to catch a moment of privacy. Some are enjoying the gardens out front. Some late arrivers are just coming in the door. Where is Rowan Woodsong in the chaos of the evening?
Rowan Woodsong is walking towards the ballroom. One of the things that I love to do is meet all the people and get an idea of who I'll be spending my time with. Do they all have good intentions? So I was in the garden enjoying the fresh evening air, and now I'm walking in to meet the people.
Okay. One of the first faces that you meet is a very dapper but incredibly aged half-elf. He is dressed as staff, but such a way that lets you know that he's not here to get you anything that you need, that he's something of a master of ceremonies of the evening, perhaps, or a valued servant of Llewellyn's. And he's accepting invitations from people at the door and giving directions for them to be announced as they proceed into the ballroom. And half-elves have this a little bit of agelessness to them, thanks to their elven heritage. So the fact that this guy looks as old as he does means he is stinking ancient.
300 and something years old.
Yeah. So he turns to you and says, Madam Woodsong, is it not? Welcome to the home of Llewellyn Jones. I trust your journey was pleasant.
Was, yes. I'm very excited to be here.
Wonderful. I know that you have traveled perhaps farther than most to make it here this evening. My Lord Llewellyn is quite delighted that you were able to make the journey. I am his personal attaché, Niles Jeeves. It is wonderful to meet you.
It is lovely to meet you, Niles. That's one of my favorite names.
Is it? Well, it has served me well for many years, as I have done my best to serve well Lord Jones. Is there anything that you require of us this evening? As I said, you are a special guest of Lord Jones this evening.
If you could just point me towards the drink and the people, I will be great.
Do you see the rather immense man standing head and shoulders above the rest of the crowd at the ends of the room?
Oh, yes, I do.
Yes, the table is somewhat blocked from view by his frame, but it is all there. This is where you will find it.
Well, thank you so much, Niles, for all of your help.
Absolutely.
And then I head towards that table.
If I may, madam,
Mhm.
if you would please remain in the ballroom for the time being. Lord Jones will be looking to speak with you and a few others quite shortly. I shouldn't wonder.
Absolutely, I will not wander around.
After you meet with Lord Jones, you have permission to go wherever you wish. We just will hope that you will be easy to find when the time comes.
Wonderful.
Excellent. And he...
It was mentioned in chat, and by the way, you do sound like Voldemort.
Yes, yeah.
Hello, young Potter.
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
The
It
boy
did-
who lived has
There it
come
is.
to die.
There it is. That's very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll take that. All right. Oh, hey, Pizzerato. I get the reference, and welcome to the chat. All right, you begin heading that way, and before we have the two of you meet, let's quickly catch up with what the others are doing. Shamus Thundergrip. What are you doing? Where are you? Are you already here? Are you arriving? Where can you be found?
Shamus Thundergrip can be found on the dance floor, busting a move for the party, have a drink in hand, guzzling it, having a well-old ball at this hooray we have going on.
So you're on the dance floor tearing up a storm. There is wonderful, like very delicate, distinguished music being played.
And I'm not matching that at all.
Not at all. Just complete tonal shift. You got a lot of hip play going on for a for a party of this magnitude. Yes, and as a dwarf, to get your hips out that's a lot of hip. That's a lot of movement to get those.
Twinkle toes in high school.
That's so you're getting down.
That was a family name.
You're sloshing a drink here and there, just kind of being careless with. There's a servant who's actually made it their own mission to follow you around with a mop and just try and save anybody from having an accident. As you are doing this, a woman approaches you. She is tall, fair-featured, has a single long brown braid, and dressed to kill in a little number with a slit running all the way up one side, dangerously high. And she just invites herself into your dance and says, Shamus Thundergrip?
Shamus extends his hand and pulls her close. Why, yes. Would you care to dance?
Says, with you, I'd love to. I'm Clara Loft, by the way. I'm an adventurer like you.
Did you say Clara Loft?
My name is Clara, yes.
Okay. Clara Croft.
Yeah. Clara.
Well, Clara, what could I do for you?
Clara.
I
That's
just...
hilarious.
Oh, we'll get to that. But let's get to know each other a little bit first. So, you want to tell me the story about the Gorgon? I'd like to hear it from you.
Gorgon? Well, I haven't thought about the Gorgon in years. Who told you about that?
Oh, everyone knows. It's a fantastic story. As you adventured through the cave, your party being thrown turned to stone all around you, you snuck behind the creature and strangled it to death with your bare hands.
That is true. And I also gave it a quick lightning bolt for good measure.
And that's why they call you Thundergrip.
Well, it's not the only reason, but yes.
Tell me, what else do those hands do?
Well, I can make an excellent parfait. Would you like to taste one sometime?
She seems suddenly somewhat distracted by from your offer of a parfait. And she looks over and sees this practically dressed elf just entering the ballroom and walking towards the table. And she stops dancing with you and says, "Oh, I guess they're just letting anyone in now."
Who is that?
"Nobody important," she says, and she starts dancing with you with a renewed sense of interest. But you notice, make an intelligence check there, Shamus. Let's see if anything springs to mind.
All right.
Madam Tickles.
Madam Tickles. Oh, God. Tess isn't here. Tess is dead in another plane of existence. Dabs.
That's going to be a natural 20.
Whoa! Okay, well. Hey, Sophie, why don't you tell Banjo a little about what Shamus might know about Rowan?
What Shamus might know about Rowan. That she's a notorious thief, but tends to use her skills for good. You know, she is a hero. You know that she likes to drink. She looks very reserved, but she's got a drinking problem, and often is drunk on adventure. And you probably have some stories of nights I don't remember on adventure, or that you've heard of.
Now, since you got the natural 20, you will know that, by the way, guidance and inspiration for Sophie, as well as another guidance for Sophie. You're getting a lot of love from the chat tonight, dear.
Oh, thank you, fam.
So when you start rolling stuff, and if you don't roll well, let us know.
Okay.
Also, inspiration for Erik from good old Dabs. Since you rolled so well, Shamus, suddenly the contextualization of who you were dancing with makes sense. Clara Loft considers herself and Rowan to be rivals, as she is also something of a professional thief. Although she's typically robbing, tombs, raiding them, if you like. She has on occasion dabbled in realms that Rowan and her would cross paths, and has not often succeeded against her. However, Clara seems to be much more in her own element in this atmosphere. But she continues to dance with you for as long as you are interested, and converse with you in a very similar manner to how she has been. Until you lose interest, or she does. But let's quickly dip away and find out where Lindub is and what Lindub is doing at this party.
I guess at this point, Lindub would have found her way to Bjorn, because of finding that is the most sensible place to be in an atmosphere like that. On his shoulder would give her the best vantage, as well as making an immediate distance from her and anyone else.
No one's getting too close to the beast right now. You definitely have your personal space.
Well, part of the greatness of being on his shoulder is the fact that the best parts of the meat are flying everywhere, and so you can essentially just snack while you're there. So that is basically just a bonus at that point. But yeah, he does end up getting a socially distanced area around him, just for the splash.
Well, that's
zone
the splash.
factor.
Exactly, the
Yeah.
splash zone.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
I hate that got this far and didn't mention I'm like 7-something feet tall Goliath. And I had met Linda before. We appreciate similar things, so we became friends, and that's why she knows she could climb up on my shoulder. She's a little fairy, so it was.
I was
it's
going to
kinda-
say that the fitting on the shoulder of a Goliath is a simple thing for a little fairy person.
Well, about a foot.
Yeah.
That's not exactly little.
No, it's fine.
Like,
Yeah,
you
you're
can
not
kick right off
you're not
if you're lucky.
Tinkerbell, but you
the
So-
wings have a certain glisten to them that looks sharp.
Absolutely.
I
Well,
dig
that's
it.
because I can slice you right in half if I get mad enough. So there you go. I'm not a very charming person, so it's best I stay on this bloke's shoulder. That's why I call him my fucking teddy bear, because he just stands there and keeps you safe.
That's a big teddy bear. That's a carnival prize size teddy bear right there.
Indeed.
Mm. Well, as the two of you are digging in and debating amongst one another, manticore meat, a little gamey, but not that bad. Yeah,
Not too bad. I
very well
like it.
prepared.
Well, usually alcohol can cover most tastes, so as long as it's some sort of fucking meat, it's fine.
Rowan, you see these two tucking in, and you have made your way across the ballroom, across the dance floor, miraculously without slipping on any spilled mead from that dwarf in the middle of the room, and have reached the victuals table where the other two are. As you do so, kind of coming around the corner of, like, across the table from Bjorn, which is kind of the safest place to be, you see a young man who is just trying to get a meal in edgewise here, as he and Bjorn make a simultaneous move for the same hunk of meat.
Uh-oh.
You see, this is a young man. He's looking good. He's in shape. Short cut, dark hair, half open shirt. He's got a ring on a necklace dangling around his neck. He looks up to Bjorn and says, "Excuse me, friend. That's mine. I saw it first."
I don't know who you think saw things, but it's mine.
I think you've had enough. Maybe let somebody else have a turn. Just it's a party. Be polite. Share, right? He says, and he gives a little tug on the bone.
Is that the last one?
Of this particular beast, it seems to be.
Intimidate.
Okay, go for it. I'm gonna roll for his ass too.
Oh, did not roll well. I got an 11.
All right. Do you add anything to it, or is 11 the total?
No, that was it. It was 9 plus 2.
Okay. He seems he knows like you mean business, and he knows you could probably eat him if you chose to. But to his credit, he's standing his ground. Ladies, how do you react to this situation? Do you take a side? Do you try and defuse the situation? Do you escalate the situation? That'd be fun.
Oh no, I'm just gonna like elbow him in the neck so that he will take a special little bottle top that he has in his little purse to put in his beer so that I can have some. And I simply sit there with my little cap and watch the show.
Except now it's moving. Like,
Yeah, no, that's fine.
on this spot.
I'm a fairy. I'm used to movement, so it's all good. Not the first time.
I'm drinking my mead and watching, and I'm like, hey, there is other food. That's not a fight I would pick.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. So it's 15.
15.
Mm-hmm.
The guy looks over to you, noticing you for the first time. He's been trying to have one of those little anime stare battles with Bjorn up until this point. And upon seeing you, he releases the bone and says, "Quite right. Quite right." And he runs his fingers through his hair a little bit. Says, "Hi, I'm Nate Wyvern, adventurer."
Hello, Nate. My interest is already in the ring around your neck. Can you tell me about it?
Yeah. Had this since I was a kid. It says, "Seek Papa's Magnum," and I've been looking for that gun my entire life.
Where did it go missing?
I don't know, but I'm an adventurer. I'm a treasure hunter, and I'll find it one of these days. I've got some leads. Maybe we could talk about them sometime, you and me.
I too am a treasure hunter. I would be interested in that conversation.
It's like, awesome. Hey, why don't we go over to those enormous barrels over there and get a drink if Gigantor here hasn't drained them dry already.
I'll have a drink, but I want to walk through the most populated area of the room because I'm still trying to get an eye for everybody. So he has to go with me the longest way around the room. I'm gonna make it weird.
All right, he begins to follow along. He has a look on his face that makes it seem like he'll follow you anywhere.
Awesome.
However, you don't get very far because indoors, several trumpets blast in unison. The music stops, and all eyes kind of turn to an enormous, curving grand stairwell. It seems completely designed for someone to make an entrance. And hobbling down it is a halfling who is small of stature even by halfling standards. He has a gray, full beard and salt and pepper hair, pushed back in the latest style, but is quite clearly on the rotund side and a little bit out of shape, and has a look in his eye that tells you that he was built for comfort, not for speed. But this, you all know, is Louis Jones. He makes it about halfway down the stairs, and then, it's halfway down the stairs, he's barely above Bjorn's eye line. But he stands there as a hush falls over the ballroom, and he says, "Welcome, everyone, to my party. I'm so glad that you could all make it to celebrate a national treasure. Me. I hope that you all are eating and drinking your fill and dancing the night away. Just so delighted that you can be. I hope that I get the chance to talk to every one of you. But don't stop the party on my account. Let's keep this good thing going. Yeah. Boogie. Yeah, right. That's what the kids say." The music starts up again, and he continues to descend. But he takes a moment to lock eyes with the four of you as he descends and make a meaningful gesture towards a room, a set of doors going off of the ballroom. And he begins to shake hands and kiss babies, generally in that direction.
He's the one. Talking to Lindub.
I thought this was an adults-only party.
You should know about the host, though. He is pretty important. Pretty important. He's done a bunch of adventuring. He's not bad.
Seems
and the food's
posh.
great.
Seems a bit posh. I love it. My new friend, I see that I need to go over to that room, and he starts following me, so I turn around and I'm like, "Hey, we'll catch up later." He asks for my number, and I say, "Not yet," and walk away. Gotta earn it.
I have a tornado siren being tested outside here, so hang on a second.
What? He's asking where to send the crow.
Are we sure it's testing and not an alerting?
Yeah, there was supposed to be weather in your area, I thought. So, like, yeah. I hope it's okay. Do we need to check the weather and stuff?
It happens twice a week. It's okay.
Really? In Kansas, they only test on Mondays.
I wish they only tested on. Well, no, I don't wish they test on Mondays. Then it would interrupt an entirely different D&D stream. So.
Okay, as long as you're good.
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, we're good.
All right.
Shamus is going to take the opportunity to excuse himself from Clara.
All right. She allows you to tear yourself away from her, and watches you go and kind of gives an eye towards Rowan to see if she noticed that she was dancing with a cool adventurer who killed a gorgon, and then seeing that seemed to fly beneath the radar, goes off to enjoy herself in other ways.
Could have connected her to my friend.
Ah, that would have been great.
Gotten his name already.
Clara Loft and Nathan Wyvern? Yeah, that would have been... That's a match made in heaven there.
Yeah. I was more interested in the ring around his neck.
Yeah. It's
My precious. And now the Magnum?
Yeah. These jokes make me happy. I don't know if anyone
Bodes
else
well for
gets
the
them.
weekend.
So you guys begin making your way there, and
Mr. Connery.
Luirin has not made it there yet. He's having a much harder time making it through his own party as people are stopping to speak with them. However, as you reach the place, you see that there is a dwarf kind of posted in front of this door, and most of the other doors in the house are open for people to go into or to explore or to seek a little privacy. But these are closed and actually guarded by a very burly dwarf with just a immense beard and just head of hair just exploding from his head in Einsteinian directions. It's almost difficult to see what he is wearing or if he is wearing anything just by the proportions of all the hair coming off of this guy's head. But in fact, the only reason that you see that he has arms is that they're out and crossed in front of the beard. But given your
octopus is hiding jewels in there.
Based on your proximity to the doors, Shamus, you were the first to make it there. We're just going to carry on your intelligence check from earlier. You know this individual by reputation. This is Flint Redmane. Flint Redmane is one of Luirin's adventuring party. He's the only other person to have come back from that fight with the Dracolich alive, besides Luirin. And he has a very dour expression on his face. And you know him to be something of a stern man by reputation, but he seems to be having an especially bad time tonight. But as you approach, he seems to shake out of whatever reverie he was in, and say, "Are you one of them, then?"
That I am. And he, reaches out for, a firm handshake.
He is slow to take your hand, but he does so, and gives it a firm squeeze.
He shakes. Pleasure to meet you.
The boss will be in shortly. Just make yourself at home. And he cracks the door open only wide enough for you to step sideways in, and you see that you're going into a comfortable and well-appointed parlor. It is if you imagine it like any room from the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, this is where you smoke, this is where you sip brandy, this is where you read books on very far-off places, and this is where you put all of the things from all of your travels that can fit into one room. It's a very self-congratulatory space, but not an uncomfortable one. You see that there is a musket mounted above the fireplace on one wall, which is crackling lightly. There is a little mini bar that has been wheeled right up to a couch, and several boxes of cigars and pipe weed and anything that you could want to make yourself at home. A little charcuterie board on the coffee table.
Cheese.
Shamus is immediately going to the charcuterie board.
Man after my own heart. You are shortly followed by these other 3, who all have similar experiences with Flint outside the door, and shortly the 4 of you, for the first time, are all together in the same space, and surrounded by finery and hedonism, as you await the famed adventurer's presence.
I immediately go to the charcuterie board also and start stuffing cheese in my mouth. I'm very excited to be here. Cheese is my favorite food.
I imagine with Lindub on my shoulder, she's kind of victim to wherever I go, so I'm heading to that room now.
Okay.
Like using a smaller bone to pick my teeth as I'm walking.
Excellent. As you arrive, Flint doesn't have to check whether or not you're on the list. It's pretty easy to tell the enormous 7-foot Goliath apart from the rest of them.
Doorway.
Yep. And you are in here with the rest of them. The sounds of the party and the music outside are quite muted in here, and you have a few moments of privacy. Now, all of you are welcome to tell me, as Lindub and Bjorn have done, if you know each other personally or have worked together before, but you all know who one another are. You are all local heroes in your own right, in one way or another.
I've seen flyers.
Wanted posters.
Advertisements. Yes, wanted posters.
I know Shamus personally. We've crossed paths several times. But Lindub and Bjorn, I just know of how their tales and their adventures, and I'm excited to be in the same room as them.
Excellent. Do you introduce yourself?
I do, yes. So I chew all my cheese. Might be a little bit still in my mouth because I get excited.
Chipmunking it a little bit.
Yeah, and I got meat in my hand, and I walk over, and hello, I'm Rowan. It's lovely to meet you and the sharp-winged fairy.
Oh, hello. I've heard of you.
Oh, good things, I hope.
Well, what do you hear about any of us, really?
That's fair. And if Lindub would ever like to ride on my shoulder, I love fairies. I'm very excited. So if you ever need another shoulder to ride on, I am offering you mine right here.
We'll see how it goes. That's we'll see.
We'll warm up. I'll make sure of it.
I don't exactly like people.
That's fair. I'm the opposite. I love people. I get too excited around people.
I'm open.
Okay.
Maybe.
I like that. I like
a little.
I start moving towards the ale.
All right. Yes. Unfortunately, a tragedy of tragedies. There is no ale in here. There's brandy, there's cognac, there's some sort of whiskey, there's wine, but there's no ale. What an oversight! This was supposed to be a show of hospitality.
Picks up the whiskey, and of course, in his hand, it's.
Ugh.
Good choice. I was going to go for that myself.
Oh, you should have some then.
I'm gonna hold out my little
Here
cap.
you go.
He
some cognac.
pops to reach for it.
Oh, sorry. Here you go.
I love
it's
the
fine.
dwarf and the Goliath and the fairy. Just such a height range in this party. I love it. So you guys start passing bottles around, and you it kind of loosens you up a little bit. You share a drink with somebody, you become a little friendlier with them than you were before. And about to where you're, going to get to the point of comparing, past battles, and it's like, oh man, I remember I had a cognac almost this fine after I faced off against that ice devil. It's like, oh, so you fought an ice devil too? Oh man, how big was yours? Because mine was like, at least someone picked me up so I can show you how high this was. And as you guys are getting into that mode of conversation, the door creaks open, and Llewellyn Jones steps in. Says, a bunch of freeloaders out there. Sorry, hello. Hello. Nice to meet the four of you finally for the first time myself. My name, as I'm sure you already know.
Bjorn Jones, yes, we know who you are. Thank you for your food and drink.
Your home is beautiful.
Thank you. I see my reputation precedes me. I love it when it does that. Please, everyone, be seated. Find yourself a piece of furniture or two, in your case, Mr. the Beast, and we'll have ourselves a little conversation.
Funny too. I like it.
I'll be fine right here on the bear shoulder, thanks. No furniture necessary.
It's quite all right. No finer seat in the place. He situates himself. There's kind of a desk at the far end of the room, and the cushion on this seat, it's like a normal person-sized desk, but the cushion on the seat lifts him to where he can see over it. It's like, and see, as a
Quite
cushion.
a puff you have there.
Specially designed. Love this thing. I'll take it with me to my grave when they build me a pyramid big enough. Anyway. I suppose you're all wondering why I invited you all here. I mean, of course, you would have warranted an invitation either way. However, I'm sure you noticed that I clued you all in to the fact that I have a little bit of a surprise waiting for you this evening. See, there's going to be a little bit of a gap in the market when I take myself off it. You understand? This kingdom needs a hero, and I suppose I'm getting a little old to fill the bill. I got to pass it on to the next generation, and the common folk need someone to look up to. So, I'd reckon of all of them out there, perhaps the four of you would be the finest candidates. So, we've got a little bit of a challenge to see who is the most worthy to carry on my legacy. You see, the man that you met outside, the one guarding the door, it's my man Flint. Now, Flinty and me, we go way back. We've been adventuring together for many, many years. And, I like to think that I've taught him a thing or two. And, the two of us, we went out and we caught ourselves the biggest guard drake that you could ever hope to see. And it's down there in the basement. I thought to myself that whichever one of the four of you could bring me back the thing's head, then I would announce them myself here in front of everyone and the king to be as my successor. You'll doubtlessly enjoy many advantages having an affidavit from Llewellyn Jones and your personal careers and endeavors. What do you think? This sound like a right fun way to spend an evening, right? And I mean, we've got so many priests, clerics, and healers, and paladins here. You don't have to worry about going down for the count. Not that any of you would. That's why I invited you.
I
He
mean,
stating the obvious.
Indeed.
I'm sorry, sometimes I do that. You see, I'm not always used to speaking to such a discerning individual. Sometimes I have to state what is clearly plain to see.
okay,
Okay. Guess I
There's a name
didn't
for
know.
that. Captain.
I'm sorry?
Captain Obvious is the mainstream way of saying that.
Oh, you've also met the good captain. He's a fine man.
You've carried over some of his traits.
that.
Oh, well, I mean, Captain Obvious was one of my heroes when I was closer to your age. Fine man, king's man. What,
Good to know we are.
but if in case any of you are afeard of what might happen, or find this entire situation perhaps a little untoward or concerning, participation is not required. It'll be fine. But I wanted to extend the offer only to you, and of course, if you don't want to, then that just increases the chances that one of the other three will get the title.
Oh, I would never sit this one out.
I'm always a big fan of cutting people's heads off. It's a favourite pastime of mine, so always thumbs up.
And don't be too worried. It's a bit of a big beastie, but it's a guard drake nonetheless. It's not the end of the world. It's more. You're more than a match for it. But it'll be nice to come up and hold the severed head of a beastie when we announce you.
So what's the catch?
There's no catch. I mean, I suppose you have to catch the thing, but it's a big basement, but you should be up to it.
Okay.
I feel called out. I feel called out by Baconator in the chat. By the way, that's very appropriate.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. It is a counter sort of.
Yeah.
Oh, I call this cushion Moneypenny.
Believe you would find that in the R's, Trebek. Not in the R's. That's not what your mother said last night.
Oh.
Oh gosh.
Earthling.
Oh god.
Shamus, how about you, son? What do you say?
Well, can't say I've ever considered taking your place. I don't really care much for it, but if it's a game, I'm down for it.
Well, of course it's a game. And, there will be the favor of the king, and there will be courtiers trying to curry favor with you. There'll be women, lads, money, drink, whatever you're interested in. There is no door closed to Llewellyn Jones, and there will be no doors closed to his successor.
Well, if everyone else is doing it, I see no reason not to.
That's what I like about you, lad. You're a leader.
You're okay. Yes.
I have a few.
Oh, sorry, we didn't catch that, Bliss.
Oh, I said I have a few bridges to sell you too, then.
Well, we can do this anytime. I want to make the announcement at midnight, so anytime before then that you wish to come and see me, just come and see me, and we'll go down, or we can go down right now. Doesn't matter.
I'm ready. I'm ready. I've had
it.
I've had drink. Let's go.
So he looks down at a charcuterie board, and quite a lot of cheese by the looks of it.
Yes. Oh, it's my fuel. It's what I run on.
Ah, I met a lass that ran on cranberry juice a while back, but that's entirely different story.
I'd love to hear that story one day.
Yes, it's quite a good. We'll catch the VOD at some point. So, Louis Ren you're welcome to enjoy the space, to interact with one another, to ask him things, to talk to one another. But he's pretty much at your disposal. This is the main thing he's got going tonight, and whenever you guys are ready, he'll take you down to the cellar.
I'm ready. Are you guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
You are ready, yes.
All right.
Still snapping your beard meat as we go, but it's fine.
If I didn't have context, I would wonder what we were talking about. More inspiration for Sophie. Lots of love in the chat. You're not allowed to roll poorly tonight, so
Oh, thank
nobody
you.
wants that.
I'm excited. Thanks, pals.
So, Louis Ren he's going to reach up onto a coat rack next to the door, and he's going to take down an enormous hat, which he imagines will make him seem somehow less conspicuous as you make your way through the party once again. However, it's like Indiana Jones's fedora. It's like it absolutely makes him more conspicuous and is as iconic on him as anyone. But he puts it on nonetheless and will surreptitiously exit the parlor and hug the edge of the room, trying to make his way towards a downward staircase into his own cellar. And all of you are welcome to come along. As the last of you leaves, Flint Redmane closes the door, takes a little key from his belt, locks it, and follows all of you. You go through the fine parts of the house and get into something of the more conventional, more functional parts of the house, where the hallways are wide but far less decorated, doorways without any embellishments, and more traditional knobs and rings to your left and right until, Louisrin makes it to something of a smaller door, a little bit more of a halfling-sized door. Not so much that Bjorn is incapable of ducking through it, but you're doing a little more than ducking to get down this stairwell. Meanwhile, Lindub has a beautiful time.
Yes.
I just grab onto one of the curls.
There you go. You guys are escorted down a stone stairwell, lit only by a torch that Louisrin takes from a sconce and lights himself and carries down, till you come to a large set of iron doors. And in the light of his torch, he turns to all of you. And by the way, now's a good time for me to ask, who all... Dwarves have dark vision, elves have dark vision. I think fairies and Goliaths are kind of out of luck in that route. You guys are going to have to find or produce some manner of light to be able to see down here if you go far away from Louisrin.
Indeed.
But he says to all of you, well, reaches back and slaps it with his knuckles. This is it. Beyond these doors is my cellar and the beastie. Now, you've all got your gear with you, so good luck to all of you. And if you need anything, just come a-running. Well,
Is there anything else you want us to know about this space down here and what's about? Is there anything, last tips or tricks?
good point. I have some very valuable wine down here, so if you could try and keep the collateral damage down, that would be wonderful.
We drink it?
It's a party, why not? So he will take a key ring off of his belt and he will begin to unlock it and says, so you know, there's no way out besides these doors from this cellar, so if you want to come back out, you'll come back this way. And I'll be locking it behind you, so it can't come back out and bother anyone at the party.
This monster can use door handles.
Oh, but it's fairly strong, so perhaps you could give it a good old shove. Speaking of which, Beast, if you do the honors and give it a good old shove.
I will.
All right, you push the doors in. They're big and heavy doors, but they're not especially a problem for you. And beyond is a completely dark, large cellar. Even those of you with dark vision can't see the extremities of this room. And you see row upon row of casks, barrels, and bottles that are almost 8 feet tall. Make it rather kind of organize this place almost like a library. You can't see what's in the Nile next to you or very far in any particular direction, as a matter of fact. Makes it quite a peculiar setting for a hunt. Louisrin, by the way, will offer the torch to either of you that requires it, or if you have one of your own or a lantern, or whatever you need.
I will absolutely grab the torch.
Okay. So just so you know, that's going to be in one of your hands until you put it somewhere. So.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. By the way, let's go ahead and get a as you guys are gearing up to go in here. What does everybody have on them? What are you wearing? What are you wielding as you are expecting to go in and kill something? Let's start with Rowan.
So I have a long sword.
Yeah.
And I also have a chain around my waist that I wear as an accessory, but I like to whip with it.
Ah. Excellent. Dig it. How about you, Shamus?
Shamus is very practical. He's wearing simple chainmail and wielding his trusty warhammer at his side.
The trustiest.
Yeah.
Are you a shield guy or are you not a shield guy?
I am not a shield guy.
Heard that. Lindub, as I recall, some mention has been made about the dangerous nature of your flippy flappers back there. Are you bringing anything else with you?
Well, I have in my, I think they're, I believe that I had some thigh. Can I do thigh holders, holsters?
Yeah, I think you have some scimitars strapped to your leg or some such.
I have a scimitar in each side of my each side of my thigh.
Love dual wielding scimitars. That's some quality shit right there. And then Bjorn, dare I ask?
It's a battle axe, and I mean he's got a backpack with some javelins in it sticking out of it, but that's about it.
Awesome. All right. Well, Luiren hands you the torch, the only source of light that was requested. So you are now standing in a pool of warm orange light. The doors are shut behind you, and you can hear the twisting of that key in the lock. And you guys find yourselves quite alone in a dark and silent cellar.
Quick question. For those of us with dark vision, just from glancing around, is there any chance we see barrels of wine or alcohol?
Easily, yes. If you wish to see more than that, you can throw me a perception check.
I will do that.
Don't forget, everybody has at least one instance of inspiration from the generous people in the chat. Some of you probably have way more.
That is a 17.
Okay, 17. All right, so it looks as though, to you...
Guidance to the dungeon master.
I mean, I'll frickin' take it, yo. Thanks, Grim. Looks as though this is a fairly well-trafficked cellar, other than the fact that there's actually torches all the way along the walls here. They've just been extinguished. They're not lit to make something more of a game of this, but now that you're locked in here, I suppose you could go and light them if you really wanted. Again, massive place. Even with your dark vision, you do not see a wall right, left, or in front of you, just the one to your back. But you see that this place is fairly well kept. There's no dust, you don't smell mildew or rust or anything that you might expect to find in a cellar. It's fastidiously well kept. You do smell, with that high of a perception check, there's definitely kind of a funk in here. The funk of that kind of ammonia stink of something that has been relieving itself in here, and kind of the smell of rotted meat, perhaps leftovers from an unfinished meal. But
someone must have a light in here, yes?
Could we use the torch that he gave you to light the torches along the walls?
You very well could.
Or
Okay.
we want
Could
to
I fly around and light them myself?
Hey, there we go.
You can begin that process. This is a huge-ass room. But if you want to take the torch from Bjorn and leave him in the dark, then you can go around, or you can go together.
We'll just start walking towards the wall and like try to.
And I'll hold it while you're walking around.
Keep it away.
I don't want to be standing in the middle of a room in the dark.
So you begin going that. You decide to go left and start going around and lighting the torches. The torches are about 20 feet apart. And presently, you will come to one edge of the room. This cellar must be almost the size of the rest of the floor plan of the house. It's huge. It's impossible in your mind that all of this is a wine cellar.
Yeah.
But maybe it is. I mean, y'all haven't touched this kind of money in your adventuring lives before. While these two are lighting torches, those of you with dark vision, are you doing anything? Are you planning to stick together? Are you going to go try and steal the glory for yourselves? What's the plan?
Shamus is sticking with the group for now, just kind of taking in his surroundings. He is going to pay a little bit more attention to the wine barrels, and he's actually going to approach one of them that's under like the torchlight and attempt to shove it over.
Okay. Are you trying to like knock over the whole shelf or just one?
Just one barrel.
Okay. You easily displace it onto the floor. It is
Okay.
heavy, but you're strong. You push it over.
And I will start rolling it in front of us as we move.
Okay.
Oh.
Simple enough. It echoes and makes a good bit of noise, more so than even your footprints or the crackle of the torch, of the rings of this barrel hitting the stone cobbles of the floor. But you are successfully doing exactly what you said.
Should we be concerned that the creature can hear this, or is that what we want? Do we want it to make itself known so we can get started? Like, do we hear that? Can we hear the creature in the distance? Can we hear any noises we are not aware of?
You can make a perception check. Let's see if you are better
I
than a
want to
17.
know what kind of monster has a wine cellar.
Yeah. Does it-
Louis Rin Jones. That's the answer. That kind of monster.
He is a monster.
Okay, so that would be 16.
16?
Yep.
You strain your ears and you squint into the darkness. You do not see or hear any creature, which is a little surprising to you. You know of guard drakes. They're bred down from dragons. They're like the Chihuahua equivalent of a dragon, which is still the Chihuahua equivalent of a dragon. But they're dangerous. They're the size of horses, and they are notoriously ferocious and fierce. And not incredibly intelligent hunters. Like they would either be hiding from a group this size, or they would be attacking a group this size. You wouldn't expect a guard drake to be, stalking you, I should say.
Maybe it's napping.
Possibly.
A busy day.
Tyler says, that's not a dragon, that's a rat.
So we're walking along, and Shamus is wheeling the barrow,
Mm-hmm.
and we're walking together as a team while Lindub is lighting, right?
Yeah. You guys have made it to a corner of the room now. You've lit 4 torches and are starting to go down a new wall.
Okay.
We're not seeing anything. It's just an open room that had a wine cellar rack thing in it.
You have seen nothing.
Okay.
I'm going to...
Are there barrels and bottles, or just barrels?
There's casks, there's barrels, there's bottles, there's
Well, he said we
all
could grab
manner.
a bottle. I would
Okay,
like
well,
to grab a bottle.
You
Then I'm gonna
successfully do
suggest
that.
That the bear picks up a bottle and pops off the corks, and so we can have a bit of a snog.
I like it.
You
And they
almost
said it was
drink as much as me.
He said it was expensive, but it doesn't taste as good as I expected. I've tasted better, cheaper wine.
$2 Chuck.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. I was gonna say $2 Chuck.
So, you guys continue to do this. You help yourself to a very fine bottle of wine. Shamus continues to push a barrel around, and you make it 3/4 of the way around this room, lighting torches, and it is very well illuminated at this point. There's only a few shadows towards the center of the room, and you all become convinced you are the only people in this cellar. The only living creatures.
You said there's no other outlet?
You've been
There's
around
no
the
doors,
walls.
other than the one we came in.
As far as you have seen in this room, that Louis Rin told you that, and it appears to be true.
And there's only the like you said, like a library of wine, right? Like throughout the whole.
As you have gone around, you have kind of looked down this aisle, looked down this aisle, and looked down this aisle, and you haven't seen anything.
Maybe we should make some louder noise to see if we can get it to come to us. Or to, like respond. Like we could smash some bottles or I don't know, just make some noise and see. What do you guys think?
Well, we are here to kill this thing, yes?
Yeah.
Then show up! Where are you?
Yeah. Bjorn needs to start yelling. You for sure have the loudest voice.
Absolutely. Erik and Bjorn both.
Especially if he calls out his barking frogs.
Oh!
That'll get its attention.
So I will save a little bit of time and get to part of the conceit of this game. You all take as much time as you require to convince yourselves there is no monster in here.
But is it just a mirror? Is this some message you are trying to send to say that we are the monsters?
Oh, that's deep.
There's some sort of morphing.
Probably a little too deep for
This was a psychological test. This was a test of character.
It's actually probably Bjorn's too smart at the moment.
Are we gonna become one large transformer?
Yeah.
Are we just supposed to smash the door back open?
Could it be under some kind of spell? And it's like invisible or
Oh
we
God!
could break all the wine and see if there's any spaces that
I was just gonna say one of these barrels is gonna be like a mimic barrel or something.
Yeah.
Shamus immediately starts tapping the barrel in front of him.
Should we start messing with all the barrels?
It sloshes and sounds like it's got something good to drink inside.
I think that the bear should just start throwing them against the walls.
Yeah.
See if there's any monster prints of absent spaces.
Well, we'll try one at least, and I'll pick up a barrel and just throw it to the other side of the room.
You successfully do that. Nothing stops you from doing so. It cracks on the cobbles and starts to leak, and no monster.
Then we start running over there trying to gather what we can.
We can't let it waste. That's rude.
We can't waste the alcohol.
That's what straws are for.
Oh yeah, prepared.
We can get that right.
As you guys get here, you hear a sound from the door that you all came in. A quick rattling, the shifting of chains, and the door creaks open, and Louis Rin throws himself inside, and pushes the door shut behind him, and he has a harrowed look on his face. His kempt hair is somewhat out of place, and he, what, where? You! And he runs towards you and says, so there's been a bit of a problem.
You mean that you put us in here with a monster?
Is the
There's
monster?
no monster.
Oh.
No, it's nothing quite like that. It got out.
Knew it.
But I don't know how. It shouldn't have been. This is the only door. So, but I think it made it out into the garden, and there's guests in the garden. I have a reputation to maintain. If someone important were to die at Lurian Jones' party, with my
Someone who speaks of themselves in the third person, but came down here when the monster was out.
Ah.
Are you trying to say that it whisked past us as we opened the door?
Okay, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, it shouldn't have been able to get out of this place. There's all these
drops
important
the
people
whole
in this
accent.
party.
Oh my god, you guys.
I don't know how I thought I had the only key, and it's just a little thing. But the king to be is here, and lots of important people are here, and you guys. I mean, the offer still stands, right? Like, if you guys can keep this quiet and solve this, I will absolutely do everything I said I was going to do for you down here. But it's not a fun game anymore. Okay, like, lives are at stake. Like, actual people could die, and you guys are real heroes. You can solve this.
He doesn't sound like that.
No.
Okay.
I've known all along that he's a big fat liar.
Yes.
You
Okay.
can see
So.
his eyes.
And your wine is not that good.
Oh, well, now listen here. Okay, that is just a lie.
No.
I spent so much on this one.
Back there.
You were scammed.
We only had at least 3.5 barrels while we were in
You
there.
should
so-
talk to your vintner.
I do not understand this man. Anyone speak common, please?
Is there anybody here who could have betrayed you
D-
that knew about
No,
this?
look, everyone loves me. I'm Louis fucking Jones. I'm a delight.
And apparently not what he says he is.
Okay, ha. The little halfling man is not a big badass adventurer. Okay, I get it. But look, the people needed a hero, and I stepped up. Yes, my men killed most of my monsters for me. But you know what? They didn't have the charisma. They didn't have the chutzpah to get stuff done, and I do. I will kiss the babies. I will shake the hands. I will be the impressive person. And you know, I paid them all so well. And now, yes, they all died fighting a Dracolich, except for Flint. And he is paid him so well, and I don't have a party that knows my secret who can go out and kill Dracoliches with me anymore. So this is my last hurrah, okay? And I want one of you who is actually a real hero to maybe, please, just take this off my hands, okay?
Shamus has taken this opportunity to drink from the barrel.
Yes, it tastes...
Bjorn picks him up while he's talking, and he's laughing the whole
oh,
time. And
hey.
you're like, "Hey, stop!"
This is just...
So you hush money and
This
got
is-
your whole purse
This is
filled.
real velour. Just keep the fingers off.
Ooh, velour.
You have grease smears the size of Cadillacs just all down the front of it.
I'm gonna have to go change. But okay, it's
Dramatic.
fine. Hey, look, it's fine. Look, whatever you want to do, big fella. Hey, just make this problem go away before anybody really gets hurt. Okay, no one was supposed to get hurt. I don't want
Okay.
that.
Puts him down and pats him on the head.
Is there anybody who was not invited, not allowed to be here, that might have betrayed you and want people to know your secret, that you're a fraud and a charlatan?
I invited everyone. Everyone that I can think of. Anybody who's anyone.
What about somebody who you don't think is anyone?
I think the butler did it.
Yeah.
Niles Jeeves? Niles Jeeves has been with me for years. I've never done anything bad to Niles Jeeves. In fact, I've never done anything nice to Niles Jeeves, but still.
No. It's that little fella.
Maybe that's the
No
problem.
problem.
Whatever you have to do, like, we can worry about who did what later. We'll make them face whatever problems they have, but nobody here is as, I mean, I suppose you all are, but nobody here is actually as dangerous as that thing. Before we do anything else, we need to settle that, right?
Let's go to the garden. I think we should. What do you guys think? Let's just go and assess what's happening out there.
Yes, we
No,
will
let's
handle
take care of
problem for Mr. Fake Pants.
How could I have forgotten to that's how we know something. One of the guests was already mauled out in the garden. That's how I knew to come and get all of you, because one of my servants came to me and told me that there is a body.
Why are we talking? Let's go.
That's what I was saying. And he'll let you guys out. All right. I think we're kind of at about the hour and a half mark. I think this is probably a good point to take a break. maybe a little bit now that all the cats are out of the bag. Thank you, Ravenheart, for the resub. Thank you, buddy. Baconator for the community subs. Oh, so many community subs from Baconator. Thank you, my guy. Steven Spy Hunter, Pizzarato, Mile High Dragon, Dead Aussie Gamer. I'm sorry about that. If you ever get back to being an undead Aussie gamer, let us know. And Ho Face. Thank you guys all for the follow. Thank you for joining the party. We will be back in. Let's go for like a 10-minute break. And if this is your first time on the channel, we have art from our different D&D games that's going to play for you guys so that you can see some cool stuff that fans have made about the stuff that we do on this channel. Yeah. It's actually pretty stinking cool. Stick around and see that. If you are an artist or a meme creator or can draw stick figures, we'll be happy to put you in the next art reel as we continue to update that sucker. But for now, we will see you guys in 10 minutes. We'll be right back. logo.
So dramatic.
Hey, everybody, how you doing?
Oh,
Welcome back.
dramatic.
We're just
Oh yeah, baby.
we're just sitting here playing a little Dungeons and Dragons tonight. Just enjoying ourselves, kicking back, relaxing, having a drink, you know.
Nice.
Finding out that our halfling heroes are complete and total frauds, charlatans, shams. You know, how do you spend a Wednesday night?
Bamboozled.
It was the minute you did it, I went, oh, I knew it. It's all a sham.
Gosh. Okay, so yes. By the way, Louis Jones is my brother Steven's original character, and he kindly gave me permission to use him in this one shot where I am completely besmirching the identity of this character for my own purposes. So if you see Louis Jones out there anywhere else, he's probably actually an adventurer. I like the reference, nerd. What's going on? Okay, well, by the way, thank you, The Chet Studios, for the follow. Welcome to the party. This is your first time experiencing this channel. We play D&D, we experience awesome stories, and we make each other laugh as much as possible. And I drink more than the recommended amount of liquor every time we're on stream.
What is the recommended amount?
Enough. I drink more than that.
So all of it that
More
you
than
have
enough.
on hand.
I've not ruined myself but once, and in all fairness, I think Jane drove me to that.
Makes sense.
Steven, what are you rocking over there? Is that a vanilla Coke? Is that a good old bang? What do you have over there?
It's not a bang this time. I'm cutting back. I'm drinking on a Coke Zero vanilla.
Yes.
Very
10
nice.
out of 10 drink.
Right?
Lauren has been introducing me to the concept of Coca-Cola flavors because I haven't drank soda in forever, and I still look like this. I just
Oh, God.
make up for it with beer and whiskey.
We have a game in our friend group. If you say anything bad about yourself or insinuates any insult for yourself, you have to take a shot. But I think for you, that would be too enjoyable.
Oh, take a shot.
Yeah, so
Actually-
we should make it where you can't have a drink for 20 minutes.
In all seriousness,
drink water.
Wait
yeah.
a minute.
I have to hydrate.
20 minutes.
You notice that most Twitch channels have the little hydrate channel point redeem. I have taken that sumbitch off.
Oh, no.
No, I
Ooh, nitro.
Soph, you make a good point. Steven and I actually are very good friends in real life and have been having heart-to-heart conversations in real life about not being self-deprecating. It is one of my defense mechanisms. I self-deprecate so that others do not feel the need to. And I should probably not do that.
So I do that as well. And we have a group, a friend group that we've been friends for 15 years. There's like 12 of us, and we would all get together and play D&D or hang out, and it would just be us self-deprecating together for hours. And so finally we were like, this is out of hand. We need a rule.
If I take myself out of my comedy material, though, I have no type 5.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, no. All right, well, okay, so if anyone's taking my joke seriously and worrying about me, as far as I know, I'm fine.
As far as you know.
I know, I'm fine.
I mean, they let me out.
That needs to be a new T-shirt. I'm just saying.
I'm fine, Princess,
Oh my God,
as far as I
yes.
know.
as far as I know.
I agree with
That's what they said
Steadfast
when they-
Samwise over there. He's just said we need a channel point for Rob drinks water or Rob compliments himself.
Yes.
I will meet
There
you
you go.
halfway on the water. I don't know if it's gonna be a high point redeem for that second one.
Say something nice about
Lower-
yourself right now, or I won't play this game anymore.
Lowest point redemption possible.
I do have good hair. I do like
There
my
you go.
hair.
That is true.
That is true.
You do it.
It's a great prop for
It's like a stallion's mane.
crazy
I tell you.
Yeah.
halflings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Seriously, your Voldemort, a couple of these characters have been really good, so I don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah, I need to work on some of them to actually to make them consistent. In fact, that's Steven who was in the chat. He was the last person to make a chat. I told him during the break that I made Louis accent a sham because I know I'm all over the place with it, and I just wanted a damn excuse. All right. We have some D&D. We have a monster to find and slay before the night's over, and perhaps a successor to identify. So
We storm
Let's
up
get
the
to it.
stairs as fast as I can, being too large for them.
you guys follow the barbarian.
Are you like bouncing off the walls as you go
Prof-
up?
I'm bouncing off the walls again. Wow. And sorry,
And I imagine Lindub is holding
I'm
on
not
for
sure
dear
that's
life.
a song
I
I'm content with
actually
people knowing I
assumed
know.
that she would just zip flying up. I mean, she can fly, so
There you
I
go.
just figured she'd probably fly ahead.
We've had a lot of
Yeah,
wine.
I've had a little bit of wine, so I'm just gonna hold on
No,
to the curls as you
I
scamper up.
probably shouldn't fly. It's just someone take my wings. Someone take my wings so I don't fly
reserving-
I
home.
probably
I'm
shouldn't fly.
reserving this.
Oh, see, now you did the voice.
So you guys, that's the Tuesday night tradition. Why not get in on it? So you
Anytime
guys
that-
tear ass out into the topiary garden towards the hedge maze. As you go, a Niles Jeeves, who is at the door, is far too slow to keep up with any of you, but sees you coming towards him and directs you with a white-gloved hand and says,
And outside the entrance to the hedge maze, you will find the scene. We're trying to keep the rest of the guests away.
and you guys are running so quickly that it's already fading into the distance by the time he finishes the sentence. All you needed was the gloved hand, in all seriousness. And you do come upon a corpse, and what is left of a corpse. It has been brutalized. There is just a stain upon the otherwise lush garden out here, and the night has, the day has drawn to a close. There's a full moon out tonight, and plenty of stars, few clouds in the sky. It's dim light, but you can see all right out here. And you come across a grisly scene, and at least for the barbarians, it's something that you have seen before. You have caused such devastation many times across your careers. If you are unused to the sight of gore, it might turn your stomach a bit. But if you would, everyone here, make an intelligence check. If you're proficient in history, first of all, I would be surprised, but you can add history if you are.
I'm gonna utterly fail that.
No. Intelligence.
You're also welcome separately to roll a nature check, in addition to this one. And this is, by the way, this is Bliss's first roll with her new dice, I think.
Exciting.
13, that's not bad.
I also got 13.
I got a 7.
7. Heard
High
that.
five.
Yeah, I got like a 6. It was terrible.
Okay. The boys are pretty focused on the gore and the scene, and kind of suppressing that urge to loot the body. Like we can't. It's not the time to be looting bodies. The ladies, meanwhile.
Dibs.
Is it Nathan? Is that ring around?
Just run by. Dibs.
The other two of you recognize this body from the accoutrements, from what remains of the face and body. This is Lick O'Connor. This is a fellow adventurer, or what used to be.
Not Lick.
Yes, Lick.
Oh God.
Oh,
Good old Lick
Everyone
O'Connor. He was
love good old Lick.
famed adventurer, former member of the King's Army, and now turned archaeologist and adventurer. Sadly killed before his time by some monster.
So you said that it was a gory scene, but we were able to recognize his face.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, he's like missing this much of face, and then down slightly below his waistline on his left side.
what kind of wounds are we talking about? Are these explosive
Oh
wounds?
yes,
or
CSI.
slashing
Let's
wounds,
do it.
or
As a
biting wounds?
great question. You will know the answer to that question, but in case I can give you more information, you are welcome to make one of 3 checks, and you look at your numbers and tell me which one is best, and we will roll that one. All right? You can either
Okay.
roll nature to know something about the creature that possibly did this. You can roll survival, which will like help you follow tracks and let you identify markings or tooth marks or claw marks or the like. Or you can roll medicine and do a little CSI on the body itself and say, you know, this was an attack of passion, or something was hungry, or this was a claw, this was definitely a bite.
Survival.
Survival. So roll a d20, add survival for me. And remember, if you don't like your roll, you have inspiration and probably guidance, I think.
21 unnaturally.
Ooh, very nice. Okay, so with a 21,
Well, you can't get a 21 naturally.
well,
I wouldn't say it right.
you're fine. A 21 is a
I'm just
heckin'
teasing.
good number. Can you have you shown us the dice yet? By the way, show us your dice. This is your first set of dice.
Ooh.
First set of dice from us, anyway.
Yeah.
No, it's
Opalite, so
that's-
beautiful.
They're so gorgeous, and they're like fire inside, except they have like these little tealy bits that come in, which is like one of my favorite colors. It's fantastic. So yes.
I'm glad they're treating you right. So you become immediately concerned, first of all, because you begin to know some things about this creature. First of all, with your survival check, it is mostly bite wounds, which is fine and dandy. Not
You said bite.
bite, yeah. You know that guard drakes sometimes get their claws involved. Maybe we'll turn around with their tail, like big ropey tails, and bludgeon something. This isn't normal behavior for a guard drake. Also, it ate as it attacked. So this is not an attack of self-defense or it feeling threatened. This thing is probably starving, but it moved on without finishing the job. And it appears, based on like the tracks and the gore and whatnot, because you rolled survival, I get to tell you things like tracking. And you believe you know which direction this thing moved, and it seems to have gone towards the hedge maze, which is a little ways off. And as you look, actually, in the light of this, you begin to notice there seems to just be a hole punched through the stinking hedge maze. It did not follow no hedge maze. It went straight through, and if it is the size of these holes, this is definitely bigger than any guard drake you've ever seen. And then you start putting 2 and 2 together a little bit. If this is not the normal way that a guard drake attacks, if this is not the way that a normal guard drake feeds, if Luirin and this evidence suggests that this is very large for a guard drake, maybe what Luirin caught was not a guard drake.
Yeah. And I don't trust his intelligence on these monsters now, knowing
Right?
that
He's a big
So-
fucking fake.
So at the moment, Lindub, you are the only person that knows this, and this would probably behoove the rest of the party to know.
Mm-hmm. Well, from all my years at CSI, I can clearly see
From all my years at sea,
that
SI.
this little fella, not only has he been chewed and fucking eaten and beat about, has been discarded with a rage that is unlike these fucking animals have ever shown before. So I'm pretty sure that means that that fucking liar that's been running around inside trying to get us here to kill this fucking monster doesn't even know what he has. Because that fucker's big and it went that way. And it's not that smart. And it doesn't have any fucking flair because it just went right through the fucking maze instead of going around like a nice person would.
so this shit is out of control.
Fucking rude. That's all I have to say. Fucking rude.
Guys,
Well, fuck.
Bliss's first soliloquy in D&D. I fucking love it.
You're welcome, fair friends.
With a much better accent than I was giving Scottish.
Good old fantasy CS high.
Yes. So all of you are as informed as one another now.
So, I
Why are
mean,
we standing here?
yeah, let's run through that hole, right?
Let's go.
All right.
Only place to go at this point.
So, in the sense of expediency, this thing is leaving a heck of a trail. It is not difficult to follow, and you are fairly hot on its heels. You guys, it's not taking a direct path by any means. It seems perhaps distracted, perhaps wandering, perhaps following its nose, whatever is going on. It's a circuitous, winding path that just goes straight through. Any of you, if any of you have a horticulturist bone in your body, thinking this is going to take forever to grow back, but shortly, you all begin to hear munching, crunching, wet, crushing noises somewhere ahead of you. And
Sounds sexy.
Presented with this new information, do you charge forward to reach whatever this is more quickly? Do you slow down to try and handle the situation differently? Who is doing what? And you're welcome to answer differently.
So just from a quick glance, what would be kind of around us right now? I mean, I know he's kind of out in front of us. Is there still people? Are there any more people bleeding out? Is there like food or anything?
So you're an adventurer. It sounds like someone is actively being eaten somewhere ahead of you. Otherwise, you are in the hedge maze, and while you have kind of carried on through like a corner or two that has a nice little couple over in the corner, and they seem completely enraptured in what they got going on and don't know that something has come this way, or that you guys are rushing past in armor, weapons drawn.
Stop and join.
Ow! I just bashed my fucking knuckle with my ring, clapping at that.
There's always time for a three-way.
God damn, dude.
Don't call me two pump chuck for nothing.
That is my first D&D related injury. Thank you for that.
I'm sorry.
I love it.
That's fucking great, though.
No, I'm sorry. I'm kidding. I'm assuming that I'm probably towards the front, longer leg stride, whatnot. And so I'm going to slow down, but I'm not really. I'm hoping, like, basically, do I see leaves in front of me, or do I, like, is it turn a corner, or is it just straight ahead? You're all of a sudden you're going to see a tail and.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll hopefully in finishing answering Steven's question, I will be able to provide you with that info.
Sorry.
No, you're good. So there's no one else in the immediate area that you can easily identify. You guys are quite alone, and by your own reckoning and sense of direction, you must be getting towards the center of this hedge maze. You don't see anyone else. You see paths to the right and left, and God knows where they lead, probably dead ends. It's a fucking maze. But it looks like 20 feet ahead of you, you are piercing through the end of, like, the halls of this maze and reaching whatever's at the middle. Maybe a courtyard, maybe a meadow, maybe some larger open space. You don't see anything out there now. Perhaps it's just around a corner or whatnot, but there's just a tunnel leading into that you've kind of been following for most of this journey. And with that, you guys can correct me, especially if you have wings, so that you can do whatever the hell you want. But
Well, that was what I was going to say. Is that I would ask, throw me up in the air so I can get a higher hover. And see
right.
what-
And I just
Survey the area.
all right, so you guys throw your drone into the air to report back.
our barbarian drone. I love it.
Love it.
So, you notice that there is this large reptilian creature. It's about the size. I said, guard drakes are supposed to be about the size of a horse, right? This thing is about the size of a minivan.
Oh.
And it's got a long ropey tail coming off of the back of it, and it has a a peculiarly long neck for what you were expecting off of a guard drake. Not like Brontosaurus levels, but a little more serpentine and extended than you expected. And it seems to be bent over the body of a gardener, whose shears are still in hand. And actually, the shears are still kind of poking down towards the bottom of the neck of this creature. But it doesn't seem to bother it. It is snacking.
The maze and the gardener, that's insult to injury. Maze
Yeah, right? It's just
Right. It'll never go back.
It's hopeless.
It'll never be the same.
It's ruined.
Ruined.
I mean, you have to get another gardener.
Your flight makes virtually no noise. So this thing is very captivated by its current culinary project. So it is entirely unaware of you at the moment, Lindub.
So I'm gonna float back down and tell them that there's some sort of fucking snake lizard over there having a little snack, being ever so more rude by killing the fucking gardener. I swear to God, if I get my hands on those snap his neck right off.
That is very rude. You know, he's worked very hard on this garden.
Yeah. It's beautiful. Or it was.
I'm not having it. And I just start running in there.
All right.
Oh, all right.
As Bjorn is charging in, you guys are welcome to join the charge or to do something else. We are about to roll initiative. I just kind of want to have an idea in my mind of where everyone is before we do.
So
You don't necessarily have to go in there.
Well,
they don't have to go in there with... I mean, they could turn around and fucking leave. Like, Bjorn's got
Good.
this. I'm going to go join that freeway back in the garden.
Get to be the next named.
So I unwrap that chain from around my waist, and I'm holding it in both hands, and I also head in that direction in more of like a slower pace, like methodical way. Like I'm starting to think about what I plan to do when I get there.
Excellent. I'm only asking this because you're a rogue. Are you sneaking, or are you just walking with a purpose?
Yes, I'm sneaking. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, you can roll a stealth check. Mm-hmm. And Shamus, what are you up to?
Seamus is gonna see everyone he's gonna see them rush ahead and like stall for a minute, and then just lift up his warhammer and run through.
Great. So you're gonna be in there, but you're just not gonna be first in there.
Right.
Okay. And Lindub, what is your battle strategy here?
I'm gonna fly up above so that I can see what's happening and get a better idea of where the shears are so that I can plan my beheading.
Sounds great. All right, guys. The Piper's coming out. So we're going to roll some initiative. You guys are charging in there with battle cries, apparently. And this...
well, one of us is.
One of us, yep. This thing hears crashing, the sound of heavy footsteps, the clanking of armor, and turns around to see what's going on. What was that stealth check?
16.
16. That is going to beat this thing's perception, so you are currently hidden. And let's get some initiative in. I'm going to roll
19
for the bad
15.
guy. 19,
16.
15, 16.
I need to use one of my hoo-has to read. Oh.
Do it. Roll again.
19.
19.
Hey.
Oh, wow.
All right, I've got the numbers, but I don't have who they're associated with. So 19 was... okay, 15 was Shamus.
Both I and Bliss have a 19.
All right, so that means Rowan was the 16.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to give Bliss the opportunity to go first. And then it will be Bjorn, and then it will be Rowan, then it'll be Shamus. And then coming in at the back of the pack is the monster. So you guys all get a chance to do something first. So, Lindub, flying above the maze, looking down on this scene, you see this reptilian creature turn its head, then its neck, then its body to face the hole that it created in the hedge maze where your friends are about to come through. And you get a good view of the creature's body. I'm going to give you the opportunity to roll, since you rolled so well in survival check, I'm going to give you advantage, so roll twice with the d20, and add whatever your nature bonus is, We're gonna see if you know anything more about this creature that might help you in this fight.
All of them together?
No, just
No,
the highest of
yeah.
the 20s.
Okay. So then 18.
18. All right.
That's a pretty good roll.
Yeah.
You know a thing, and once again, you are going to be the only person that knows this unless you do something or say something.
Okay.
But as you are looking down at this thing, its form is kind of ringing a bell, and it's not obvious at first, but you think about it just for a second, and you realize the reason you don't know what this creature is visually is because right now it's only got one head. But this is a young Hydra. And if you hit this thing with a handful of damage, it is probably going to grow another head, and it is going to get harder to kill every time you hurt it. And it's no wonder that it wasn't acting like a guard drake. This thing is a completely different creature, and it would have taken some colossal idiot to capture this thing thinking it was anything other than a Hydra. They don't even like fly in the same circles. They don't keep the same habitats. But that is what you have on your hands here.
After meeting Lewis, that makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he only has one head right now.
It only has one head right now. And I'm going to say this in the mechanical terms of D&D for you all to interpret in the roleplay flavor of D&D. If you hit this guy in a single turn with enough damage, the mechanics of the game don't care where you hit it. If you clip its toenail with 25 points of damage or more in a single turn, it will grow another head, and it will get more attacks.
If we take out all 3 heads at once when they're all grown, like, does that... Where's its point of... I forget.
Well, I guess you...
Since she rolled an 18, there are damage types that will prevent it from growing new heads.
Okay.
So if you hit it with fire, or in this case, because this is a little bit of a homebrew creature, not the normal one, if you hit it with fire or acid, Bliss, it will not grow another head.
We left our fire thingy back in the hall.
Wait, what?
We left our fire sticky
Your torch?
thingy back in the
The
hall.
torch?
Yeah.
I have a torch in my bag.
A flaming torch that we can make into fire.
I mean, it's a torch, but you'd have to light it.
Oh, I see.
Where do we start calling the character Lewis? They're making fun of my NPCs.
Are you talking about Lick?
Ah.
Good old Lick.
Anyway.
The Lick's dead.
Lick's dead.
Unless you were fortunate enough to have the opportunity to go first in this combat. So, you have tools at your disposal. Damage will eventually kill this thing. It's just going to grow heads until it's dead.
Well, I'm wondering, am I able to, like... my first instinct is to pin it to, like, where it is. And so I'm wondering, in my head, that's why the shears were there, and somehow pinning it without damaging it, or is it going to thrash around and damage itself, and then we get a new head?
So
anyway,
there are rules for how you can grapple or pin a creature in D&D, and one of the rules that comes into that is just sheer size. And you, as a 1-foot tall fairy, no matter how strong you are, cannot pin an entire Hydra to the ground.
I see. Okay.
Some bit of it's going to be able to move.
You're gonna need a spell of some kind for sure.
Yeah,
Or the Goliath could do it, just not the fairy.
Yeah, I don't know of any. I didn't think that I had any power over fire or anything like that. I know that there was nature, that I was able to talk to animals. I don't think I have any
That's fine.
acid or fire in my back pocket, so I'm gonna float back and say, "What the fart do we do?"
So you're gonna spend your turn. You're gonna go back to Bjorn and the charging Shamus and
Yeah.
tell them what
charging
they're up
Bjorn.
against.
Right.
Well,
Yes.
both. I guess we're both
Yeah.
charging.
Yeah, Shamus is charging. He's just charging behind you.
No, we both are. We both are.
I'm waddling in my charge.
That's.
So you're just gonna run up into my face and stop me?
Say.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, this thing's a Hydra.
We can't just take this out with power and brute. There, we have to have a team meeting. Team huddle.
That's all I have. That's all I do.
Sell yourself short. I believe in you.
Well,
Short.
This
Uh,
thing is a
thank-
freaking
thank
Hydra,
you.
and if we even whisper at it that it doesn't like, it's gonna grow another fucking head.
So I'm just throwing my arms out to stop him from running by me.
All right. Park.
Has he noticed us yet, the Hydra? He hasn't, right? He's still eating.
No. It. Shamus screamed as he charged.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
coming.
Frick.
So I'm gonna say Bliss going up there, coming back down, talking to these guys. That will be your turn in the initiative order.
Okay.
But I do want to let you know, you can absolutely just beat this thing to death. It's just going to get harder to kill as you try to kill
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is absolutely susceptible to its getting its ass kicked.
Everything takes a pounding.
Especially those two back in the edge maze.
Hey,
You know what I mean? Anyway, let's move from there to Bjorn. Now armed with all the info that Rob has been hiding from you for the first part of this game, what do you want to do?
I still want to hit it,
I
just run up and start hit. I try to hit it.
All right, you run up to this thing. It opens its mouth
He's not the
Wide.
brightest.
and hisses at you as you come in, and you're swinging at it with this battle
I'm
axe.
gonna do the drac. I'm just gonna like dive almost into its mouth, trying to like hack it with a battle axe.
All right, man, swing away. Oh, damn it.
Oh,
He seems happy. I've seen this happy before.
Yep. Yep. That's crazy. I don't know why I clicked the button, but I rolled the die. That was ridiculous. Okay, so that's
You're
that's
wielding
not
it
good for
two-handed,
us.
right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just jumping like into it like this.
Let's do it
and-
your way this time. So you're going to deal 10 damage plus whatever you roll on a d10 plus your strength modifier. We'll do max.
what?
Max plus
Hold
what you
on.
roll on a crit, right?
Well, yeah, if it's 1d8, that means 8 plus 3, so
Oh,
you
well,
get that
You're holding
instantly.
it. If
then,
you're holding it two-handed, it's a d10.
oh, you're right. It is a d10. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So a d10.
And are you? I mean, you're a barbarian. Did you rage on the way?
You know what? Yes. Sorry. Let me
No, you're
retcon
good.
that. As I raged, as I began
mean,
running in there.
I mean,
that was pretty poor of me.
you just rage instinctually, you know.
I do.
exude rage.
I just exuded. It just comes out of me. But
So at your level, your rage damage is
So
going to
that's
be
13.
a 2.
so it's 13 plus another 3.
16 plus 2 for the rage, so that's
Yes.
18.
18 points of damage.
All right. Mark that
Um,
down.
But the bad news is I have another attack.
You sure do. Go for it, man.
Except this time, you guys will see that I'm like I hit it and I sort of land there and my face sort of morphs a little bit. And I bite at the inside of the cheek. I almost turn into like a bear. Like I just go "Argh!" and I just bite at this thing at its cheek and the inside.
Oh my.
It is all right, hold on.
Bjorn's a little
Oh,
freak.
well, the good news is I'm gonna miss, so
Oh,
sadly. I mean, well, I don't know, it's good news. It's only a 10 to hit.
That would miss. Do you want to spend your inspiration that the chat so kindly bought you?
Oh, it's gonna grow another head. Fuck it.
Dude.
Why not?
Don't worry about that.
I rolled a 1 anyway.
Ah, damn it! I want another head.
Sorry, man. Yeah,
It's
I missed,
fine.
I missed again. That was ridiculous.
It's fine. Someone will take its head off. All right, well done. Well, you swing in, charge in with 18 points of damage, and cut a bit of its jaw aside. You go in there and just grab on, and open the mouth up, and try and take a bite out of it, but it recoils very quickly, just slips out of your grip. All that blood makes it slick, and it hisses
I
at you.
tumble out in front of it.
All right, you are raging, so if I come back at you, remember that you're going to take half damage from most of the shit I do to you.
Okay.
And that's a good opening for Bjorn. Let's go to Rowan. Rowan, you are currently hidden behind a wall of shrubbery that would make the Knights Who Say Knee quite excited. You've got that whip in your hands. What is your plan?
Did it grow? Did it grow another head?
It has not yet. Oh, I will make a big deal when it grows a head. Trust me.
Okay.
Right now, it's still mono head.
It's gonna be a band.
Am I allowed to just sort of continue taking in the scene?
Yeah, if you want to wait, you can wait.
Yeah. Like I'm just like still calculating what's going on in front of me and what my plan is. I'm pretty methodical, so I have a plan, but
that works for me. So, what I would recommend you do, you're a rogue, you're a high enough level, you can spend your bonus action continuing to hide where you are.
Yes.
You haven't moved anywhere. You can use your action if you want. I would recommend doing one of two things. You can either say, I will attack him if he gets too close to me, or if he knocks one of my friends out, or something like that. Or you say, I will attack him if ... Or you can just take the dodge action in case it manages to see you and tries to attack you. It is less likely to hit. But it's probably not going to see you. You're hidden, and it's dumb. But
just got smacked in the mouth.
Yeah. So yeah, I will hit it if it hits one of our pals.
Okay, that seems fair. It has kind of closed the distance between you and it. By the way, it is absolutely within whipping range. Now that Id and Bjorn are in it up there. And because Bjorn is there, you will and because you are hidden, you will absolutely get sneak attack on a whip if you choose to hit it.
Okay.
That seems good. Rowan is still hidden. That brings us to Shamus.
Shamus is going to...
Shamus Thunder Grip!
Shamus is going to come in and try to take a swing at the beast.
Yeah, take a bite out of crime, yo.
Okay.
I'm excited. Swinging with the Warhammer?
Yes, swinging with the Warhammer. So that is a 17.
Absolutely hits.
All right. So with the Warhammer, I do 9 total damage.
Okay.
Now, there's a spell. Correct me if I'm wrong. I have access to Shield of Faith.
Yes.
I would be positioned right next to Bjorn.
Yep.
I would like to use the bonus action of that spell to give him Shield of Faith.
What a good pal! Very nice. This is a concentration spell, yes?
Yes.
Okay, so you're focusing on that. Bjorn, whatever your armor class says it is on your character sheet, it is now 2 higher, as long as Shamus is able to continue thinking about you and keeping you safe.
Yeah, as long as he can concentrate, got it.
Wonderful. All right, we're shaving that 9 hit points off of that. This thing a tanky boy. I mean, you guys should hit it hard so that it goes down quicker and so that it grows lots of heads. Just saying.
Rob is anxious because each head does something different.
I have ran a Hydra once in 7 years because I love these guys and I want to do them right. So, all right, that is Bliss, Bjorn, Rowan, Shamus. It is now the Hydra's turn. The Hydra currently has but 1 head, has some shears stuck in it, and the closest things to it are Shamus and Bjorn. Bjorn hit it harder, so I'm feeling like it wants to take a bite of Bjorn.
It still tastes me.
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
Tasty trees.
So we're gonna go with that right there. That's gonna be a 21 to hit.
That will hit.
All right. You are gonna take not that one, and I would roll a 1 on the damage. You're gonna take 6 points of damage, reduced to 3 because you are raging. And let's see.
It must have more than one attack though.
Not while it's got one head.
Huh.
Mhm.
We'll get there. All right.
You hope.
We'll see if
we might just be
if we
here
don't
hitting it
get
for
this
15
if we don't
points every
get this
time.
here, this is going to be the bullyingest fight. So we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks per its one. So yeah, don't worry, the rogue's gonna sneak attack this thing, and it's gonna be fine. So that is its turn. It spent one turn taking a bite out of Bjorn, and it goes back to Lindub.
Okay. I would. I also can rage. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
you have to. You wanna call
And
that and
you-
your wild magic.
Yeah, you have a special thing you do when you rage.
Yes. And I'm gonna remember that. Yeah. Well, yes. So I wanna rage, and my intention is I'd like to slice this fella up.
Awesome. With the wings or with the scimitars?
Well, I'm kind of thinking if it works out in my favor, I'd like to and go around the back of him. Is that possible?
Sure.
And then I'll do like a little that I've been working on, where I'm gonna go by and I'm gonna slice with both of my knives and my wings
Okay.
as I go by.
So, in terms of the functions of the game, that's still going to come down to 2 attack rolls, and it's going to be
Yeah.
one. It's going to be one with your wings, and it's going to be one with your scimitars.
Okay.
You will eventually be able to attack with all 3, but because you're entering your rage, that is using up a bonus action which could have been used for a scimitar.
I see. Okay.
So on your next turn, we'll get you into that sweet 3 attacks.
Well, you might want to call your magic now instead of actually even attacking.
So
yeah. Well,
Because you have to check it off. It's like a rage, and it's an action to start it.
it is. I think it's a bonus action for her.
No, bonus is the rage. The other thing that she has is wild magic, and
Let's see. The
she
magical
has to turn that
energy.
on.
The magic energy rolling inside you sometimes erupts from within you. When you enter your rage, roll on the wild magic table to determine the magical effect produced. It doesn't say it requires any other action, so for the time being, for the purpose of this one shot, I'm gonna not have it cost an
There you
action.
go.
So
Now you have to roll your.
you do
your
need to roll me a d8 so we can find out if you summon exploding jellyfish or something.
Okay. Shit.
Jellyfish.
I know, that's my favorite.
Exciting.
That's the
pretty
square
nice.
one, yes.
The D8.
The d8 looks like 2 pyramids stacked on top of one
shit.
another.
2 pyramids stuck into. Oh, that's the one. Okay. Okay.
And
Put
let me
them
know
back
what
in
you,
your little fancy.
let me know what you get, and I'll read it off to you.
Okay.
Want to see
If-
Bliss 8 and rage burst out of this thing's face.
Yeah.
I'm a. Is it a 6 or a 9?
Well, it's a d8, so it can't be a 9,
Oh, I
so
guess
it must be
then
a
it's a
6.
Congratulations, me.
Okay. Oh, okay, this one's a cool one. You're going to buff the party. So, as Lindub is sky bombing in from above to go attack this thing and rake up its back with her wings and weapons, she starts to radiate this scintillating rainbow of light around herself. It is a little bit distracting and is making her a little bit harder to hit, and it's actually making other people around her harder to hit too. Everybody within 10 feet of Bliss, which right now is everybody but Rowan, and Bliss herself, Lindub herself, gets a +1 to their armor class, and they're less likely to be hit. It's not exploding jellyfish, but it's going to make all of you guys last a lot longer in this fight.
Does that stack on the previous gift?
It does.
But if previous gift dies, then I just go back down to 1 above. Okay.
Yes. As long as Bliss continues to rage, as long as Lindub is raging,
Right.
you will have the +1, and as long as Shamus can concentrate, you have another +2. So you're sitting at a pretty +3 above what you're used to, my friend.
Yeah. No, I'm much happier for sure.
All right, go ahead and roll a d20 twice for me, Bliss. You're adding your attack bonus to these. for your wings and for your scimitars, which is probably the same number.
So 16 plus.
That's already enough.
Okay.
So that's one hit.
Okay. Oh, it's a 5 plus
Ooh.
plus what?
What's it say next to your
6 or
scimitars?
7?
Oh. I have. Huh?
That's all right.
Actions area, all.
I can find out in a couple of clicks for you what the answer to that
Excellent.
question is.
That would be the best case scenario.
So when you are attacking, no matter what you are attacking with, let's see, where is Lindub? Oh
I
no,
think it's plus.
Lindub is not in my campaign, but that's fine. What is your strength?
No, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh wait, you're right. There it is. I was not expecting that picture. So it's a 7 whenever you're rolling to hit something. So it's a 5 plus 7, that's a 12. That unfortunately does not hit with the scimitars, but you hit with the wings, which do twice as much damage, so we're good.
Okay.
So grab.
I tried.
I'm treating this as your wings as a D12, so it's the next roundest one besides your D20.
Next round is 1. Okay.
Find that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, roll that, and you're gonna add 6 to whatever number you roll.
13.
13. Fuck yeah. All right, 13 points of damage. If only you would crit, that would give me another head. So you come in, and you start glowing with all the colors of the rainbow as you and your friends become a little bit harder to hit, blinding this thing. You pull this little barrel roll maneuver and just slash up this thing's back with your wings. It's a new maneuver. You've been working on this. It's not quite perfected yet. You didn't get the scimitars in there before you were out of range, but get in there and do some damage you did. And this thing arches its back and throws its now kind of split jaw into the sky and howls in pain. I like the headset, the thing.
Take that.
That's with the rainbow.
Taste the rainbow, bitch. Bjorn, it's your turn.
I've got a rainbow for you. Oh my god, I critted again!
Yeah! Give me another head, man!
But this is actually because he fell out of the mouth, right? So he dropped his axe, and again he starts to sort of beast up, transform, and he just goes with the claws.
Okay, go for it.
It's 1d6 plus 3.
And plus another 2 for your rage.
Plus another 2 for the rage. So wait, hold on. So if we're doing a crit damage for that, then that's 6, 9, 10, 11, and then an additional 5 on that. So 16.
16, okay. Not making me do
And
math
then-
tonight.
And then he will do it again.
Math is fun.
No, math is not fun. Sorry. 22 to
Yes.
hit, I think.
Yes.
And then that will be the 1d6 plus 3.
Low teens, the AC. Low teens.
Yes. Sorry, that's another 5 points of damage.
Plus your rage now. Right?
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, so 7 points of damage there.
Okay, just trying to get my 25 here.
I know you are. I know you are working at it hard.
Ah,
And
you're 2 points off, man.
I know. 2 points. It's because I rolled that 3 the second hit.
Hold on though. Battle axe dropped, battle axe forgotten. This thing throws its head up towards the sky. You jump up and you grab this thing. You halfway pulling yourself up, halfway pulling it down. You just start raking up the side of it, trying to make it back towards that head. Tearing up its throat as you go. That brings us to Rowan. Rowan, this thing, I forgot about it. This thing actually did hit Bjorn.
Mm-hmm.
It fulfilled your requirements. So you're going to get an attack, and then you're going to get to take your turn. You have advantage on your attack because you are completely hidden as far as this thing is concerned.
And my whip will reach it, my chain whip.
Yes.
All right.
It's a big old monster. There's lots of reachable bits.
So I'm going to reel up and I'm going to
Reachable bits.
slash that whip at it.
Go
As
for
far
it.
my force. All right.
Whip it. Whip it good.
Reachable bits.
Oh, we're being hosted by Lords and Ladies of Fate. Hello.
Excited.
Yay! Hello!
Welcome.
I don't know where you guys came from, but awesome! Welcome to D&D. We're fighting a Hydra.
We're whipping a Hydra.
From my
Whoa!
rainbow.
We're slowly fighting a Hydra. We don't want more heads.
No.
All right, yeah, it's got one head right now. Easy peasy, but soon. All right, so whip it good.
16.
16 hits.
Yeah.
All right, so whip damage, sneak attack damage. Give me all that good.
Oh, this
What?
is it. This is going to be the attack that really does it.
Oh, and now I get to attack, right? Like now
Well-
I get my turn.
Well, yeah, go ahead and give me the damage for the reaction first, though, if you would.
Yes. 17.
17, all your d6s and all.
Oh wait. Ha! My bad. I'm supposed to roll them all for that one?
So let's see. Let me double
Yeah, with
check.
sneak
What's your?
attack, You have a. There's a lot.
You probably have. Yeah, you probably have several.
I'm pretty sure we're
several
getting ahead.
several damages to roll here. Let me find out. You, dear, are a good old level 5 rogue. So your sneak attack is 3d6. Your let me see. What damage does a whip do? Not enough people use whips in 5e.
Well, it's a cool whip.
A cool whip. All right, so it's a d4.
Wet ride.
It's a d4 for your whip. It's 3d6 for your sneak attack.
Okay.
Roll all those together, and then you're gonna add 3 to the number you get.
Okay.
This could be 25.
This is it.
It could.
This has got to be.
8, 9, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17.
17. That is huge.
Wow, the same as to hit. That's amazing. Roll a 17 to hit, 17 damage.
All right. Technically, since that was your reaction, it happened on the Hydra's turn. So we're not adding that towards my 25 yet. But now it's your actual turn. It knows where you are.
3.
I know. So now your position is known. You came out here. You took off that chain belt, whipped it around, and I'm imagining, that you're using this thing as a weapon. There are bits of this, like every third link is like unreasonably sharp. And you rake this thing back and pull it back to you and just cut a nice ring around this thing. Not enough to quite sever the head, but plenty of damage to this thing. A nice rain of blood falling all over Bjorn. And it knows where you are, but for the purposes of sneak attack, you've got all kinds of people around it. So you would get your sneak attack if you hit it. What do you do?
Can I hit it again?
Absolutely.
I want to pull out my sword now.
Yes, okay, you're gonna get up in there.
I'm holding, so I have the whip in one hand, right? The chain.
Uh-huh.
And I pull out my sword and I'm going to rush it.
Alright, go for it.
Let's go. For Sparta! Oh. 2.
2? You have
Yeah,
so
what?
much inspiration, girl. The
Oh,
chat,
yeah.
the chat has shown you so much love.
Let me. Thanks, chat. 15.
Rowan.
15 is the magic number.
Oh.
So you get to hit it. Alright, so...
So I run out and I slice. Slice, but dag.
So, you're holding a long sword in one hand, so it's a d8 plus your 3d6 plus 3. Yes, chat, I know normal long swords don't get to use sneak attack, but, hey,
Plus.
don't worry about it.
You said plus 3, right?
Yes. 3d6 plus 1d8 plus 3.
13.
This is
13?
dangerous game.
Oh, those are some low d6s, girl.
A very
I
dangerous
thought my luck
game.
on rolls ran out.
It's alright. You give me damage quickly. I feel like you haven't rolled all your dice, but you rolled it all right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm not used to things happening quickly on this show.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Awesome though. All right, guys, we're almost to the bloodied point. We've almost taken all half of its health away, and it hasn't gotten another head yet. Y'all are doing great. Y'all are managing this fight very well. All right, let's go on from there to Shamus.
So quick question for you, DM. I am currently concentrating on a spell.
Yep.
What actions am I limited to? to not cancel that out.
As long as you don't cast another concentration spell, you're good.
Perfect. I want to cast World of Radiance on him.
Ooh, okay. Good old Word of Radiance. It
is a 16 to beat.
Okay. Constitution. Hydras are constitutional, motherfucker.
Constitution.
All right, I get a +5 to this, so we're gonna see how this goes. What's the number to beat?
16.
I got a +5, so that's an 8. All right.
Out of 2d6, we have a total of
See you, King Gimo.
10 damage.
10 damage. This is a strange fight. It's like, I'm not gonna pull out the big guns. This might hurt myself. I'm gonna fuck this guy up with my cantrips. Alright, well with that, you step away slightly from your friends just to make sure they're not caught in the blast radius as you chant this quick prayer to your god, and light just exudes off of you. Kind of with that little rippling effect of light being cast through water, because Tempest Cleric, baby. And that radiance burns at this thing's flesh, and it takes exactly 10 points of damage and goes below bloodied. It is now easier. It is now closer to dead than alive.
Hey.
Before I end my turn, I also want to use my bonus action for Spiritual Weapon.
Yes, of course you do. Fucking clerics. Okay, so what does your spiritual weapon look like? You summon a weapon representative of your deity and your relationship there to end this thing. What does it look like?
It looks exactly like my Warhammer, but bigger.
Covered in barnacles.
Shamus is just a simple man. He knows what he likes, he knows what he uses, and it's all about the Warhammer, baby.
I love it. So on the turn that you summon a spiritual weapon, you can also attack with it. So go ahead and give me an attack roll using your spell attack modifier.
Alrighty. That will be a total of 15.
That is the magic number. So you
All
hit.
right.
Thank
Total
you,
of
Sophie,
9 damage.
for hollering at the chat. Appreciate that.
Hmm.
All right. 9 damage as a spectral hammer just pops into the air besides Lindub, gives her a quick little nod, and then swipes beneath her feet to clock this thing in the temple. And, God, my poor fucking Hydra. I'm glad I didn't name it. God.
Oh,
All right.
you should have it. Rodrigo.
No! Now I'll care when it dies!
Hi, Rodrigo.
Rodrigo. Real talk though, it's really hard for me to roll my R's because I had like uvulectomy, so I don't have the uvula to roll my R's with anymore. Can't do a uvular trill whatsoever. Nobody cares about that. Bourbon's good though. So after that, it is Lindub's turn. No, sorry, wait. I didn't attack anybody. That was Shamus's turn. I get to attack somebody.
Oh.
Well, you got.
This monster is not so smart. I will have battle of wits with it.
Someone will definitely lose in that fight.
Oh, the DM will win no matter what.
So we're attacking Bjorn.
Exactly.
Okay, that's gonna hit. It's
Just had to speak up.
18 plus numbers. So
Okay, well then that definitely hits.
you're gonna take half of 11 damage. So you take 5 damage, Bjorn.
Oh, that's kind of you to round down. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And that will bring us back to Lindub. Now you can do the wings and 2 scimitars if you don't have anything else you wanted to accomplish with your turn. You can just go full offense.
Okay, well then I would like to fly up, do a little loop, fly down, and try to slice him from groin to stem in
Ugh.
front. I want to go through the legs. 'Cause
Go
that's kinda
underneath
fun.
him.
Why do we have to
And
start with the groin?
Whoosh! You know, like it's a Disney ride. You know.
I've not been on the Disney ride that starts at the groin. But all right. So this thing's got enough hit points. I just want to know what hits and what doesn't first. So before we roll the damage, we're just going to roll the d20 3 times. And we're going to add a 7 each time, okay?
Okie dokie.
And we've determined the magic number is 15, so if you get a 15 or higher, it's a hit.
Okay, the first one is 8. So that sucks the donkey.
Well, is it 8 plus 7? Or is it
No.
1 plus 7?
No, it is a 1.
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh,
well,
you rolled a crit.
That does not help you, I'm afraid. That's the wings. So now let's...
Critical fail.
Mwah, mwah, mwah,
Had my head.
mwah. All right, but you get... You know what? That's what extra attacks are for. Let's do it twice more.
Okay.
I am redeeming my channel points for Rob drinks water.
Okay, it's a 19 plus a what?
I think we got Rob making water.
Drinking water?
Oh, it was drinking water.
That's
all right.
26. That works. All right, roll the third one.
Ooh, I have the 20.
Oh! Excellent. Okay. So, first attack misses.
I
That's
have
too bad.
20.
Second attack, you're raking up this thing. You said, stem or stern to stem here.
Balls first.
Yeah, well, we missed the balls attack, sadly. But as you're moving up, you do get both the scimitars in this time, raking up against this thing's underbelly. So,
Okay.
your first...
I'll take vowels. Okay, cool. Good.
All right, attack number 1, roll a d6, add 6, because you're strong.
Okay. Shit.
Thanks,
What-
Sam. I'm fine.
Which
But
one
thank
is
you.
the D6 again?
It's
It
like
is-
a normal die.
It's the normal Yahtzee die. The Monopoly
Yeah.
die.
The
The
square.
square one.
Yep, the gelatinous cube.
You know, the 6-sided die.
This isn't a boss battle against a Hydra, it's a boss battle against hydration.
It's a 6 plus what now?
6 plus... It's a... Whatever you rolled plus 6.
Oh, so then it's 12.
Okay, so a 12 for the first attack. Now, roll again and add 12.
Oh,
Neuter.
this is great.
Answer.
Wait. Is that... Oh, shit. That's 15.
Okay, 15 plus
Now neuter.
12 is... You did 27 points of damage with 2 attacks. You didn't even hit with 1, and you still did 27 points of damage.
Hell yeah.
I'm
Man. Dang, girl. All right.
Except now,
Good news for y'all is this thing is almost down to a quarter of its health. Good news for me is it's finally got 2 fucking heads. As out of the opening in the chest that was just carved from 2 scimitars, erupting out of it is another neck and another head just as large as the last one, instantaneously grown like that. And it is ready for more. Once it gets down to its turn, of course. There's still a lot of Bjorn and Rowan and Shamus before it gets there. By the way, everyone is close enough now, since Rowan moved up into melee, that everyone is benefiting from the incredible light that is boosting the armor class that's coming off of Lindub. So, let's move. Well done, Bliss. On to Bjorn.
I'm going to, because he moved up at one point, and then she slashed him, so I'm reaching down, grabbing the axe. I'm still within range, so I don't think it's, half my movement or whatever, and then I assume that's okay, and then swing.
Swing away.
All right. 9 and 6. 15. You know what? I have an inspo.
15's the
That
magic
hits, that
number.
hits.
Don't waste it.
That's right. I forgot the hits. All right. So I hit with 1. I hit with 2. And I missed with the last.
Oh, bummer. All right, 2's good, though. Let's go.
Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? 3? I don't know why I rolled a third one. I don't have a third attack.
I wasn't going to question it, but okay.
I am such a dumbass.
Gets me
Right.
closer to
All right.
another head.
Oh no.
All right, so I'll give you, let's see, damage.
So you hit with your
that
2.
is 1d10 twice.
All right. And add 5 to each one.
5 to each one, yes. So that's an 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And 11.
You don't want to.
13 and 11.
You don't want to round that up to a 25 instead of a 24.
23.
25 would
or
be
24. 24. Yeah.
25 would be pretty cool of you.
That's
Just saying.
hilarious.
There's just no reason.
Honestly,
no reason not. I mean, I'd give you the extra point if you really wanted the extra point on your damage.
It was so perfect.
Okay, Erik.
Better.
Yet so far away.
Damn it!
Not possibly. That was awesome.
That not a pip wasted, dude.
Oh man, I mean, right to the money.
Tearing into this thing. You've seen it happen now. You know what triggers. You know how much damage.
Oh
things
yeah,
take.
no, I get it.
And your ferocious mind, as eager as you are to tear into this thing, you're also an adventurer. You're also calculating, and you decide, no, you know what? I'll pull this punch just a little bit and not let it grow another head.
He's too dumb to even figure it out yet. That was pure luck.
Well done. Fuck. All right, things are looking bad if you're a Hydra named Rodrigo.
Rodrigo,
my friend, you are about to die.
Rodrigo.
How about Rowan? What's up in
Ooh,
Rowan's
okay.
life?
So, Rowan sees the new head grew, right? She's like, oh shit. So then I grab my chain whip and I'm going to wheel up again and try to constrict both heads together.
Ooh, that's a
as
thought.
tight as possible. And then with my long sword, I'd like to come up and try and stab it while it's constricted.
Okay, you still definitely have friends in the area, so you will get sneak attack on one of these if you hit. So go ahead and roll that first d20.
Alrighty. Bow, 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 bow.
No advantage unless you spend inspiration. You still got a shit ton of that.
Yeah, I need inspiration. I got a 4.
Okay, roll again.
12.
Plus anything?
Oh, it's... What is my plus? I forgot. Brain went burr. Is it...
What's your dexterity?
Whatever your whip is.
Oh, yes, 3. Sorry, yeah, 15.
And you also get your proficiency bonus, so it's really an 18, which definitely hits.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right. So is that the whip or the longsword? That was the whip. All right. Go ahead and roll for the longsword. Let's see if you hit twice.
Alrighty. All right, so we've got a 21.
Yep, that'll do. All right. So you get sneak attack on one of these, but let's just roll it all together. So it's a D4, a D8, and 3D6 plus 3.
Okay, a D4, a D8, and what?
3D6 for your sneak attack.
Do that one first.
Oh, and then you hit 2 attacks, so it would be 6. So whatever you roll plus 6.
Okay, on all 3 of them, right? So the first one's 9.
Okay.
And then we have 7.
9 plus 7, 16.
And then 4.
20 plus 6. Ah, that's more than 25!
Oh no!
All right.
And another head.
You do that.
From its bloody body.
You whip that whip around both of the necks, just as intended. Both the stalks are brought together at the base. You run that sword up, and you rip the whip down, trying to cut as much as possible, and you succeed. You carve one of those heads straight off, and erupting from the stump are 2 more heads. It gets a few hit points back every time a head grows. It's not saving it, but it's kept it alive so far.
How many did it get back this time?
You don't know.
Frick.
Is it looking healthier?
Yeah.
It's still worse off than it was by a good bit. Fucking well done. Awesome, Rowan. This is why Clara is so jealous of you.
She's mad jelly.
Yeah,
I want to be her friend, but she's just the worst.
No, she doesn't want to be your friend. She wants to be better than you.
I know.
And she's just
I
not.
wanna be her pal.
She just never finds the cool tunes.
That's it.
Right.
Okay, but my quick question is, could we get Rodrigo's health low enough that I could take him in and train him as a pet?
Suki, is that you?
He's kind of cute.
We'll see.
His little head looks sad.
If you are the person dealing the killing blow, we will see how that goes.
Okay.
If someone else just tries to kill this guy, he's probably gonna die. Speaking of people trying to kill this guy, Shamus.
Shamus is gonna look at the Hydra with its 3 heads now and look at his hammer and his spectral hammer. I'm gonna need another hammer, and then attacks with both of them.
Hell yeah.
Oh, wait,
If I
hold
had
on.
a
Stop.
hammer-
Yeah,
Hammer time.
Oh, there's 3 nails.
Thank you, buddy. My man. All right.
All right, so we have a 18 on the regular hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay. And that's going to be a 6 plus 3, 9 on that damage.
Got it. Excellent. Clobbering time.
Opera time.
And that is a 17 on the spirit weapon.
Absolutely.
And that's going to be a total of 7 on the spirit weapon. Too.
7. All right. Well done. It's beaten within an inch of its life, but it is alive. It somehow is surviving the onslaught of spiritual and physical hammers. And you seem to have gathered its attention with that. Well done, you. Hey, Pone Donkeys, thank you for the follow. That's a good name. Welcome to the party. We're about to kill Rodrigo, I think. We'll see.
Rodrigo.
Love Rodrigo.
Lick O'Connor will be avenged. Anyway, it's now Rodrigo's
I'm
turn.
sorry, Rodrigo. It is your turn to die.
Rodrigo, now the 3-headed.
Mm.
You know what? Let's
3
put
attacks now, right?
Yeah, let's put a little peril into this. It is gonna go for the man with the 2 hammers, who is successfully and methodically stopping it from getting new heads every time. So, 3 attacks coming your way, buddy. What's your armor class at now? You don't forget you have the +1 from Bliss.
19.
Wow, shit. And that's without a shield. I feel like you have a shield equipped that should be equipped, because I equipped it for you. There we go.
Let me see. Okay.
Yeah, it should be 17.
17 then.
Because you're 2-handing, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. That's a miss. That's worse. That's better. That's a 25 for the 3rd hit.
Ow.
The others were sub 15. That is
Come
a
on.
that is
Hashtag save Rodrigo. Really?
that's
I
a
want
My
our
name is
my
Rodrigo
character
Montoya.
hugging
You killed
him.
my father. Prepare to die.
You just want a pet.
I
What's-
do!
You know that old song about the lady riding on a crocodile? That's Rowan and a
Yeah.
hydra.
Yes. It gets lonely on the road.
Rodrigo
Travel
winked his
for a while.
eye as she waved them all goodbye, wearing a happy smile. Anyway, so 10 points of damage to you, Shamus.
Ladies and gentlemen, the bard has entered
10
the room.
points?
10
Yes.
points. I need you to make a concentration check on that Shield of Faith spell. You just have to get a 10 or better on a
Oh, yeah.
Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Constitution shaving throw. Let's see.
Shave it.
I made a shaving throw this morning.
It is a 16 total.
16. You maintain your concentration on the spell that is benefiting your buddy.
Fantastic. And after taking the 10 points of damage, Shamus will bellow, "I'll show you what really hurts," and do the Wrath of Storm.
Ooh, what the hell is that?
The Wrath of Storm, when a creature within 5 feet of you hits you, you can use a reaction
Oh.
to cause 2d8 worth of lightning damage on a DC 16.
Oh. What kind of saving throw am I making?
It is a Dex saving
Oh.
throw.
Rodrigo, infamously not as dexterous as he is constitutional. I did get a 16, though.
Okay.
Is that a
You
half
take-
damage?
You take half damage.
Okay, roll it up for me, friend.
Question, though.
Yep.
How does Channel Divinity work on that?
Oh, because you have your, if you channel Divinity, it will take, half of the maximum damage.
Okay.
Instead of you having to roll.
Let's just go ahead and do that.
Why not? Okay, so it's going to take 8. Is that right?
Yep.
8 points of damage. It ain't. It's a bad. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh no, that was technically his turn. That doesn't push it over 25 because it's his turn. It's a different turn. Fuck! Anyway, well
I
done.
said,
Well done, Shamus. We're back up to the top with Lindub.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Or may I ask a question? So when we initially started, there were shears that were around one of the necks.
It's like a set of like big old shears that are like up inside there.
Oh, so they're closed and pegged in.
Yeah, someone tried to defend themselves as they got pinned to the ground.
Okay.
that poor gardener.
I was hoping it was like around. Okay.
You can pull them out and do whatever you want to with them. They're just there.
Voldemort's in there placing an ad, sending out a crow.
Because I feel at this point, I would have my lack of charm would insist that I go over and try to pull out the shears and snap the neck that it's essentially in or half in or whatever.
That sounds reasonable to me. If you want to go up there, that's going to be another attack roll. It's still going to use your strength. It's going to still be your +7. You're just going to be using shears instead of your other weapons. So
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me a d20.
Oh, that would be a 20, sir.
A natural 20?
Uh-huh.
Hold up!
Opalite spellcasters from Misty Mountain Gaming.
All right. Shears are not the craziest weapon out there. So grab a d4. It looks like a pyramid.
Ooh, the unicorn?
Yeah.
So grab that sucker. And yep. Erik knows what's up. And roll that guy and add 6 to it.
And okay.
It's forbidden to kill a unicorn.
Exactly.
You
And
drink
add
its blood.
6 to it. Okay, 10.
Nice. So, since this thing had 5 hit points left, and you just did 10 to it, describe to me briefly, if you would, how a 1-foot-tall fairy kills a hydra with a set of gardening shears.
Okay, so the maneuver is what I do. So if you take your and you put their shears, right? So there's going to be an arm this way and an arm this way. Okay, so you take 1 foot under and 1 foot over. Okay, and then you have the other side where you're pulling, and that way you can actually do the open close action.
Yep.
So I'm going to float up there and I'm going to right for the fucking neck, and I'm going to put my legs together and shear its fucking head off.
Beautiful. All right, and so you do that. You rescue these shears from inside of one of its now 3 necks, and you do that. You set that down, 1 foot one side, 1 leg the other side. Squeeze that together with all your barbarian strength. Plop. Head comes off. Worked great the first time. Why not 3 more? Move on to the next one. These shears are fucking ruined after this, by the way. And the third one, you actually broke the shears on number 2. You have to get in there just with your actual biceps and physical strength and saw off. Yep.
Who doesn't love scissoring action? I'm going to just say that right now.
Definitely those guys back in the hedge maze were into it. Anyway, you decapitate this thing not once, not twice, but 3 times with gardening equipment. And at the end of that, it's losing too much blood. It's taking too much damage. It has been put through the ringer. And now with 5 heads laying in the middle of the garden where they've been chopped off, it flops down and stops moving. We are out of combat. Initiative is over. The phrase I used to use is you guys are free to move about the cabin. We're back in roleplay mode, and you hear commotion, like your screams and whatnot have gathered attention from elsewhere. No one is right upon you. You all have yourselves a moment in the aftermath of this, covered in blood and gore and holding 2 halves of a set of shears. And soon, you will all need to tell a story to Luiren to the guests. And it'd probably be best if it was the same story. So, you all have a minute to decide what happened here tonight.
Oh wait,
Very simple. Band of 4 came in and proved him to be a piece of garbage that was lying the whole time.
yeah, that's where I was going exactly. I'm not
I
covering
would-
charlatans.
I would actually see that they.
Oh, no,
it
we
keeps
lost
cutting
you there.
out. We lost you there. We lost part of that.
Let's just start again.
I said I would say that we should use this as some sort of bedtime where you say like, don't be fucking rude. If you're fucking rude, this is what happens to you. So don't be fucking rude.
Moral of the story: don't be fucking
Exactly.
rude.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's a teachable moment. That's
Yeah.
all.
It's a dangerous game about being fucking rude.
Yep.
Exactly.
So you guys quickly check with one another, make sure that you're all on the same page, and you begin to exit the hedge mates. The first person you meet on your way out is that red-headed dwarf, Flint Redmane.
Oh.
And he brushes up to you. Again, the only surviving member of Luirin's adventuring party from the fight with the Dracolich. And he says, are you guys all right? Is everything okay?
We
Fantastic.
survived.
You're covered in a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Not hard.
Uh,
It's delicious though.
Hand him my axe. Here, wash this for me, please.
he takes it. All right. As I'm real sorry. None of this was supposed to happen. I'm so sorry you got involved. I just wanted to embarrass him. It was a stupid plan, and
Oh.
he took all of us for granted. We got none of the fame, none of the recognition for all the hard work we did. I wanted to burn the legacy down. I didn't mean for anybody to get hurt. I thought I could handle it myself. But
So you switched out the monsters or grabbed the wrong one? Like you did this?
No. Luirin did that on his own. Fucking idiot. I just let it out.
Oh.
I just wanted it to scare some people. I wanted it to scream in Gideon's face and have him revoke all the good things that Luirin had been given, because he doesn't fucking deserve them. He's a charlatan. He's a mouthpiece at best. But I didn't. I'm sorry.
People dead. Maze ruined. It's terrible.
I'm going to
wasn't
say
thinking
to shove that
That
key
poor
where the
gardener.
sign.
Flint, he's completely crestfallen and penitent, and just seems a little shaken
Seriously?
that he
Thought he could handle a Hydra.
I mean, he was part of a party that handled a Dracolich, or so the stories say.
Mm.
Yeah, but everything he said is sham.
Big fat liar.
But
We're gonna tell Louis that you did this. That you let it out. Right?
do you plan to be? I mean, look, whatever happens to be, I deserve it. But if you're going to be honest about what happened here tonight, I hope you'll be honest about Jones.
Absolutely. I think the public shaming for everybody who lies.
That's all I wanted.
Yes, he will pay the piper.
Flint seems resolved with this, and he will accompany you. And as you re-enter the party, soaked in blood, causing a hell of a scene to a bunch of people who are waiting for some kind of a surprise at the stroke of midnight, and 5 minutes early, the four of you walk in, looking like you just got
He's a fraud.
looking like you just got carried. The prince, the king to be, inquires as to what is going on here, and you all tell your side of the story. Luirin, back in character, in his accent, decries everything. Says that you were all just trying to besmirch his good name, trying to slander him on an evening that should be celebrating him. But your evidence, the body of the Hydra in the garden, the destruction that it has wrought, and the testimony of Flint, and apparently Bjorn's own thunder grip.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, plus my hand around his throat.
Quickly convince those present that yours is the truth of the matter. Understandably, the party takes a turn at that point. At the suggestion of one Nate Wyvern, some of Jones's assets are seized immediately without ceremony. Pretty much everything he owns of an alcoholic nature. The party is taken outside, and
Just a $2 chuck.
it becomes something of a roast. Luirin is stripped down to his skivvies, tied to a stake, and lifted above the party, while the rest of you have a great evening at Luirin's expense.
It is a dangerous game. He was playing, you know.
Oh, title drop.
Do we get to light the stake he's on fire, or are we not those type of heroes?
That is you get to decide what kind of hero you are.
I mean, he got a lot of people killed, and he's been lying to people and hurting people for a very long time, and taking treasures that he didn't do.
I think we live here now.
Yeah, we live here, for sure.
Seems right. You guys are the inheritors of his legacy, right?
This is our wine cellar.
Go ahead and throw me a persuasion check with advantage, because everyone you're trying to convince that we should burn a man is already kind of drunk.
Which they'll probably say, yeah.
Yeah, right.
They might well.
7. Oh, wait.
With advantage? Ouch.
No, wait. What is the advantage?
You get to roll again.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, duh. 17.
Yeah, you guys burn a halfling at a stake. Well done, you.
Bye-bye.
Some swift justice. Whiskey for my men and beer for my hydras, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
And then
exactly.
since we're all moving into the house, we should also contact MTV to do like the real world.
Cribs.
It's our crib.
Yes.
We want to show it off.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay, well.
Welcome into our crib, MTV.
As for real adventurers, life is not necessarily easy for you in the near future. You are asked to actually do all of the things that Luirin claimed to do, and without the help of a team of adventurers like Flintstone Redmane once represented. However, the four of you together find that there are few challenges that really stand a chance against the four of you, between brains and brawn and magic, between stealth and aggression, between wisdom and recklessness. The four of you, over time, come to earn the reputation that Luirin cheated himself into having, and truly become heroes of the realm. And that's where we'll go ahead and call this adventure. Well done, you four.
Love it.
We could totally do an episode 2 of this, like another adventure we all go on.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
future.
absolutely. I would love that.
You guys actually go out and do some shit. That would be cool.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe Louis had a brother who is vengeful.
Ooh.
Well, I'm delighted with the characters that you guys made. Thank you guys for coming on and playing with me. You guys are fun. I mean, I've known for years Steven is fun to play D&D with. I've known for months that Erik is fun to play D&D with. But very glad for Sophie, you to bring Rowan in, and very glad as well for Bliss to get to experience a D&D session you survived. Yay!
Did you like?
I'm alive.
And did
So
the
excited.
killing blow on.
And the
Yeah.
finishing
seriously.
blow. Well
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
You had a
garden shears.
25% chance of that happening, and you nailed it.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Would you play again?
Like it.
So fast, would you play again? Well, she's nodding, so I'll take that.
Oh yes. Okay, you would play again. All right.
All right, we had some people still hanging out with us. Thank you guys for sticking out the one shot. This is one of is it one of 2 times I've actually made a one shot, an actual one shot on this show? I keep accidentally stretching them into more than one. Thank you guys for putting up with bad movie references and bad jokes in
Terrible
general.
accents.
Terrible accents.
The
And
murder of Rodrigo.
yes, and self-depreciating comments, but you guys are an amazing audience, an amazing community. Thank you guys for hanging out with us so much and growing this thing, for meeting our subscriber goal for the month, for getting us to a level 5 hype train. I don't think it goes higher than level 5, guys. You guys maxed it out in the first, 20 minutes of this stream. Well done, y'all. Oh, gosh. What a great time. What a great night. What a great crew. We will not have our normal Friday night stream this week. Sometimes we have stream takeovers. Sometimes other people will run the show. It's just kind of an inconvenient week for a lot of us here at Misty Mountain Streaming. I have to be in a wedding. A lot of people are con crunching for Planet Comic-Con that's coming up. Or preparing for more D&D for you guys, because next Monday, Monday after next, Tyler, Cheesecake Panda Cosplay, is going to be running D&D on the channel. And I'm getting ready for whatever's coming after that. And we're bringing back The Wild Beyond the Witchlight next week. It's just... Anyway, lots of stuff coming up in store. It's going to be a great month for us going forward. But we're going to not have anything going on Friday. So, we will see you guys back on Monday. I'm getting a few people together. I think Banjo has committed to playing a new game that I just found out about yesterday with me on stream. We're going to play Midnight Ghost Hunt.
It's going to be so fun.
Which looks so fun. Crash Candy Cosplay is going to be playing it with us. We're trying to get some other people into the game with us. If you don't know of this game yet, quick Google search will tell you everything you need to know about it. It's basically Prop Hunt meets Phasmophobia, which is all you need to tell me. I am so in. I tried playing it, and I'm bad at it, so we'll know that it's going to be fun. Hopefully we'll get enough people involved to do some sizable teams against one another, but we will see. That'll be at 7... Oh, what?
I was going to say, if I complete my armor, I'll join.
I hope you do. I would help you complete your armor so that you could join us. But I can't, because I'm far away and bad at things.
Whatever.
All of the above. Let's see. Tyler says, my offer stands for the stretch goals. I will join you in the photos. Ooh, But yes.
That would be...
we will have a photo shoot that includes
Well,
Tyler
somebody has to be
quite
spanking
separately
you in the
from me.
photo.
Don't threaten me with a good time. Shit.
So I say, get out here, fly out here, so y'all can do a photo shoot together. I'm telling you.
I would...
Banking's included.
Tyler and I haven't even met in real life. Can we at least go to dinner first or something? Damn.
Well, she said she refuses to go to Alabama. She ain't going.
Hey, I have been to Alabama. I've spent my whole life in Alabama. That is very fair. Anyway, 14 subs away from a stretch goal. Guys, the first stretch goal to have Tyler involved in also doing a photo shoot as a green tiefling rogue. We know rogues are cool.
Hey, get a hold of me, Tyler.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we're going to call it for tonight. We will see you guys for good old spoopy competitive fun on Monday night. Thank you, Erik, for coming and joining us once again. Always a delight to have you on the channel.
Thanks for having me,
Thank you, Sophie, for coming and being on this channel without green all over your face. Next time we see you on the channel, we'll both have green on our faces.
Yeah, Dice Goblin.
April 29th, a couple of Fridays from now. And thank you, Bliss, for coming in from the broadcast, for doing something D&D related, not only for the first time in a long time, but live for other people to experience with you.
Yes.
And
You're
as
welcome.
always, my good and dear friend, my boy, Banjo. So excited you could join us for this. Really looking forward to Monday. I'm going to kill your ass, and you are probably going to kill mine. It's going to be great.
There's going to be a lot of grief.
I love you, buddy.
Love you
Oh, dear.
All right, guys, as always, in case you don't hear it anywhere else this week, I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. And until next time, friends and adventurers, farewell and Godspeed. See you next time.